Right, are we good? Are we live? I think we are. Hello all and welcome back to the Football Chat Live. Today we are here for the Champions League. It's Arsenal versus Sevilla at the Emirates Stadium tonight, and it should be a cracking tie in the group stage of the UEFA Champions League. A good Champions League campaign for Arsenal so far. They find themselves top of their group, but a win tonight would put themselves in a very good position to progress. I'm joined by Harry as always. Are you excited for tonight's game, Harry?
Yeah, it should be a good one. As you say, Arsenal win tonight. I believe they can actually get themselves through to the knockout stages, which would be big for them. So, big game tonight. They beat Sevilla away from home last time out in the Champions League. So, surely on home soil, it should be another win.
It should indeed. I'm very excited for this evening's action. It's been a while since we've done some Champions League football. We haven't watched any of Arsenal's Champions League games yet so far on stream, so it should be interesting to see how they get on tonight. But yeah, shall we start with the lineups, as we always do? Of course, Champions League, it's a very important competition, but we could still see a little bit of rotation. Let me just find the lineups quickly. We are, of course, at the Emirates tonight. Arsenal, the designated home side, line up as follows. Del Raya in between the sticks. He's been their starting goalkeeper in recent weeks, usurping Aaron Ramsdale from the team. A back four of White, Saliba, Gabriel and Tomiyasu. In midfield three, Havertz, Captain Jorginho and Declan Rice. So a rest for Captain Martin Odegaard. On the right, it's Saka. On the left, it's Martinelli. Through the middle, Leandro Trossard. So, no Gabriel Jesus following his injury. Eddie Nketiah not favoured. Do you think that's the right call, Trossard through the middle?
I think it's an interesting one, especially the fact we're playing Bukayo Saka again. That poor bloke, he never gets a rest. Yeah. I don't know what they're expecting when he keeps getting injured, but it's an interesting one from Arteta. Giving Odegaard a rest probably makes sense. But yes, still a strong team.
Yeah, as for the opposition then, Sevilla, obviously of Spain. In between the six, it's the Serbian Dimitrovic. In the back four, Sanchez, Loic Barde, Nemanja Gdej, and I'm sure we're going to mess up his name a few times this evening, and Salas. In the pivot, it's Jordan and Fernando. You may remember Fernando from his time at Manchester City. On the right, Eric Lamela, former Tottenham player. On the left, it's Pedrosa, Adrian Pedrosa. Then, through the middle, Djibril Sow. And then leading the line, the Moroccan forward, Youssef En-Nesyri. So no Yassine Bounou in their team tonight. No Ivan Rakitic. No Jesus Navas. No Nianzou. No Federico Gattoni. It's an interesting team for Sevilla.
Yeah, I mean, it's a team we watched a lot over the last year, through their Europa League winning campaign where they played pretty well in a lot of those games.
No Campos either.
I say it's an interesting 11. It feels like an 11 that isn't here to win, and it surprises me. We thought after winning the Europa League last year they'd bounce back, get right back up the sharp end of the La Liga, and hit the ground running in Europe. They've done neither of those things. They look to still have the same habits as last year's domestic campaign, and they need to start ironing them out. I mean, winning against Arsenal will be massive, but looking at the lineups, it's going to be very difficult.
Yeah, it is. It's going to be a difficult match. We knew that no matter what the teams were. Really, Arsenal are a very strong team. Sevilla having a bit of a difficult campaign, you could say. A bit of a difficult few years, really. But, yeah, obviously, Sergio Ramos also not playing tonight. So a lot of notable omissions for Sevilla. It'll be interesting to see how they get on tonight. To be honest, not seen Sevilla play this season. I know they've not had the most glorious of La Liga campaigns, but they're still a team in a knockout competition capable of giving a bit of a difficult match. And they already played, obviously, Arsenal 2 weeks ago. That was away in Seville. And it wasn't peachy for Arsenal. There were some difficult moments. They did come away with a victory in the end, but it wasn't comfortable. Away from home, though, do you think it'll be more comprehensive for Arsenal? Or could Sevilla, with the knowledge from their last outing, could they take that and pull off a better performance today?
I mean, yeah, Sevilla did push them for quite a long time in that away trip for Arsenal, but they're back at home today, back at the Emirates. It should be more convincing for me. I think they'll improve on last week. They were a little bit poor. They got lucky. I feel like they got a bit lucky in that game. I think they'll know that. They'll respond, and they should put a convincing performance. I'm expecting a close result still, but a bit more convincing.
Yeah, I can definitely agree. I can definitely get on board with that. I think away from home, Sevilla will set up a little bit more defensively, so potentially it could take Arsenal longer to break them down. We've seen how Arsenal have struggled at times against low blocks, but also teams that take the game to them. So whatever Sevilla do today, they could cause Arsenal some issues. I think it's going to be a difficult one either way for Arsenal. Sevilla are a good side, despite Arsenal's clear superiority, I would say. But I think realistically, Arsenal should have no trouble. But I think Sevilla could cause some issues.
Yeah, they definitely could. They definitely could.
If they want to, they definitely could.
Yeah, I mean, they've got to do it early. I feel like if they let Arsenal settle, Arsenal get into their rhythm, a bit like Manchester City, and kind of just control the game and eventually score a couple goals, and that'll be it.
Yeah.
But I think, they it's going to be very difficult tonight. It's going to be very, very difficult, and they'll know that. They'll be up to the task, but every team says that, and, knowing their luck, they'll probably end up 1-0 down inside the first 10 minutes.
Yeah. I have to say, I've not really seen, as I said, not really seen much of Sevilla this season. Obviously, they are under a new coach now in Diego Alonso. It's going to be interesting to see what his style looks like, because he's not had too long with the side. He's only played about 6 games, I think, now with the team. I believe Mendilibar's last match was against, well, just before they played that first match. There was only 2-1 Arsenal in that game. And Sevilla could have nicked it late on. It took them until just on the half to get their first goal. They did run out 2-1 winners in the end, but you feel like Sevilla could have taken time from that match.
I mean, yeah, they definitely could have, but that's their problem, isn't it? At the moment, I feel like even the games they compete in, they still aren't getting the results out over the line. I thought when they did well to come back and equalise in that game, but they kind of, as soon as they scored that goal, they relaxed a little bit and they actually drop the standard of performance. So it's going to see what they can come up with tonight. Whether they can, I think, nab a goal early on and sit back and defend. Let Arsenal have the ball, but don't let them near a goal. Has to be the game plan.
Yeah, well, actually, Sevilla had more possession in that last game, 56% of the ball. So, yeah, it's interesting to see that they definitely could control possession this evening, even though they are, in theory, the worst team. So it will be interesting to see whether they do that again tonight, whether they can get on the ball. I think if they can limit Arsenal being in possession, that could definitely be a fruitful tactic.
I mean, yeah, Arsenal, we say they're kind of the second city because, Arteta is basically just the worst version of Pep Guardiola. They like the ball. If they don't have the ball, they can't do anything with it, and that's got their main
prerogative.
Yeah, and that we hoping that they can get on the ball, stop Arsenal doing anything, and take advantage of that.
Yeah, the key is obviously to try and win the ball back. Try not to be opened up too easily.
Yeah.
MCFR TV, welcome to the stream. Good to see you, mate. Hi, I bet you enjoyed the Chelsea game the other night. Yeah, it was a fantastic match on Monday evening.
Very, very fun.
Yeah, we were enjoying it. We'll have some shorts out soon with our reactions from the live stream. But yeah, overall, quite the enjoyable match. And yeah, hopefully Chelsea keep the good times rolling. Obviously, City coming up this weekend. I'm sure you're looking forward to that one, MCFR. But yeah, personally, not really. Nah. Especially with Taylor as the referee. But should still be a really good game. Join us for that stream, of course, on Sunday. But yeah, and Nick Knack on to the stream as well. Hi, folks. Good to see you, Nick Knack. But yeah, I'm excited for tonight's game. Hopefully, we are treated to a spectacle. And thanks to everyone that's hopping in so far. Hopefully, we see everyone here tonight in chat. The chat's been a little bit all over the place recently for the men's game. So keep chat active tonight. Get involved. Keep the conversation going. And yeah, keep us going during the stream. Like the stream back soon. All right, see you when you get back, MCFR. But yeah. Anyway, 5 minutes to kick off. We should probably get in some predictions. What are you expecting from this game?
I'm sure Sevilla will give it a good go, but I can only see one winner here, really. I think Arsenal will probably take an early lead and then kick on from there. I'll go 3-0 to the Gunners. I think they'll take an early lead through Bukayo Saka. They'll get a second one after about half an hour through Trossard. And then the game will kind of peter out a little bit, kind of, not really going anywhere. We can't see Arsenal. Yeah, Richard Lal. And then towards the end of the game, Arsenal will get a third through... we'll go Jorginho.
Fair enough from the spot.
Yeah, probably.
Fair enough.
Lapse of concentration for Sevilla.
Especially without Odegaard on the pitch. You'd imagine he is a designated pen taker. It may well be Kai Havertz, but he may get subbed off before then. Who knows? Yeah. I will go... Well, I'm tempted to go for a bit of an upset here. I will be sensible. I'll go Arsenal 1, Sevilla 0. I don't think they'll have it too comfortable, and it'll be a similarly tight margin as the first game was. I do think they will get the win over the line, just about, but I think it's going to take a late goal. I think it'll be through Bukayo Saka. I think he'll play the 90 again tonight, and it'll be him at the death to get a crucial goal for Arsenal, for an Arsenal team that are seeking qualification to the Champions League round 16 stage for the first time in a very long
I'd say that'd be a good way to come back into and just put back in the Champions League for the first time in a while, reach the knockouts early, have 2 games so they can kind of rest and swap rounds of players and maybe.
I don't think they can actually qualify, but they can put themselves in a very good position too. So that's a positive for Arsenal. Of course, if they were to win tonight, they would be.
It's one of those
in
where
a
they
good
can
position.
qualify if results elsewhere go their favour or something like that.
I don't even think it's that, because they could have, if that was the case earlier, if there had been some draws earlier in the group.
I swear.
I'm not sure. I can check the group. Well, actually, Arsenal are 4 points ahead of Sevilla. So yeah, a win tonight and a Lens win will put both of them through. Well, Lens will need a point for their final 2 games.
Yeah.
But yeah, one of which is, of course, against Arsenal.
Yeah, it's not a completely, it's not a terribly easy group. There's some decent teams in there, but
it's a Europa League group.
It is a Europa League.
It's a very Europa League group.
Which I think says a lot about maybe the Champions League this year. Then you look at the group of death between.
I don't think it says anything about the Champions League. I think it's just maybe the pots are wrong.
Yeah.
Sevilla being up there as first seed is a bit of a weird one, because obviously they're not a great first seed, but they won the Europa League. Arsenal being second seed is fair enough.
Yeah.
Then it was, I think PSV were third seed because they were a title winner in Lens as well in there. Then none of them are huge clubs, you wouldn't say. I mean, you've got Arsenal, who've never won a European trophy.
Yeah.
You've got Sevilla, who love a Europa League, but have never won the Champions League.
I guess.
And Lens have never played, in my knowledge.
Well, usually you'd probably look at it'd have been an Ajax, Marseille, and probably Sevilla, and that looked a lot more like a Champions League group.
Yeah, that looks like Tottenham's group from last season.
Yeah,
you think back to that, but yeah, I think there's the nature. You are going to get some easier groups. I do think overall, though, the quality of the Champions League group stage has been, or it looks quite poor this year.
Yeah.
Especially when you see Ajax and Marseille down in the Europa League, when you see that Liverpool are in the Europa League. You've got one very strong group in the group of death.
Yeah.
Which I think is caused by the fact that they had, given the fact that Premier League's 3rd seed or 4th seed ended up, rather than being in 2nd for coefficient, ended up being in 4th for coefficient.
Yeah.
So that creates a big difference, because that shuffles everyone up a bit and just messes around with it a bit more. And Spain obviously had a bit of a odd situation with Sevilla being higher than they really should have. So I think that has created a bit of a weird one. And then you look at the other leagues. France had Lens getting into the top lot for the first time in ever. Germany had Union jumping up into those spots. So you lose the likes of Wolfsburg and teams like that. And by Leverkusen, instead you have an Union side who've never played in European competition before. Even in Portugal, rather than having someone like a Sporting, you've got Braga in there. So a lot of shocks have led to a Champions League group stage, which isn't very exciting, I wouldn't say. But we have had some good ties, and hopefully we're trekked to a good game tonight. We'll also keep eyes on the other fixtures. Of course, Manchester United are going to try and lose to Copenhagen in the most funny way possible. So we'll pay attention to that.
Because no, saved the penalty.
Yeah, they did, but they're obviously going to lose this one.
Yeah.
And then we've also got, we'll see how many Kane gets against Galatasaray. And then, it'll be interesting to see the other groups. We already have had 2 fixtures tonight in the UCL. That was Napoli drawing 1-1 with a very spirited Union side. Their first point in the Champions League group stage. Yeah. And then Real Sociedad beating Benfica 3-1. All 3 goals for Sociedad within the first 21 minutes. Cool. Sociedad now top of the group on 10 points.
Wow. That's great.
But again, Sociedad, another example of a team that finished right up there and have ended up being in this group.
Yeah.
But yeah.
I mean, Darren Ryan goal tonight. Would you have seen a rotation with Ramsdale, maybe?
Maybe. I think it's a bit of a weird situation at the moment with Ramsdale and Ryan, because you think you'd rotate them around frequently if that's the plan. It almost feels like that was the starter plan until Ramsdale made an error. The plan was always to rank Ryan the first choice. They were just making for an error. The group stage was never that exciting. Yeah, but Nick, I think back to some great groups of years gone by. I do think, though, that next season we may get the best Champions League group stage, because it's going to be really good.
Yeah.
And UEFA pushing out everyone to be a referee tonight.
Yes, I've noticed it's on the referee shirts as well. I don't know what this is.
UEFA.com/referee if you want to be a referee. I don't know if you just get to go and do a Champions League game for a laugh or what, but we shall see. But yeah, I do think that next season will be really interesting to see the impact that the new format has on the excitement surrounding that group stage or league phase, as I think they're going to refer to it as.
I mean, I still think this is a strange Sevilla side. That back four does not fill with any.
I look at some of the players on the bench. Ocampos, for starters, should definitely be starting now. He's a very good player. Rakitic, even Dodi Lukebakio, Nianzou, Jesus Navas, Oliver Torres, Boubacar Samare, Suso, Rafa Mir. They're all really strong players. It's a bit of an odd system.
I think it's the wrong 11.
They've got a left back at left wing.
Yeah.
It's all a bit odd. All a bit odd in my opinion, but
after the Europa League last year,
can't say I've seen enough of them to really make a meaningful comment.
We've got 90 minutes to make our mind up. And I think we'll probably get our answer of it's not great. But I mean, it's a very, very strong away support for Sevilla. Very passionate fans. I don't think they're going to be in for a good night.
Ramos must be injured, if not you would be expecting him to start tonight.
Yeah.
Or suspended, more likely.
Probably.
But yeah. Arsenal get us started. Trossard knocks it back to Raya. And we're underway here at the Emirates. And Raya going along immediately, looking for an option. Ben White gets the flick on. Here's Saka. Now Havertz. Falls to Jorginho. And now Arsenal, they're going to try and get comfortable in possession with Arsenal. We know how they like to play. Very familiar with Arsenal's play style. Faces just City, but worse. Martinelli bursts forward there, and he thinks he's won a corner, and he has indeed. Much the frustration there of Sevilla's fullback.
Yeah, definitely looked like a corner. I mean, we're only 30 seconds in, they've already got a corner.
Yeah, now players piling into the box. William Saliba. A big threat from corners. They're piling up the back post here. Gabriel Tomiyasu, Havertz, White all in there as well.
This would be a poor way to concede.
Within a minute.
Yeah.
Never a great way to concede within a minute, is there? But yeah, ball in now from Gabriel Martinelli. Havertz has no one marking him, and he's nodded it past the post. He's not even thrown himself, he's not even moved his head. He's just let it hit him in the face.
Yeah. And that's why it's gone wide. He doesn't make any.
Doesn't direct any power behind it, and it's a woeful header. It is a truly shocking header, and a head in hands moment from Mikel Arteta, as he knows
that's got to go in the goal.
That should have been a goal.
I don't get how that has not even hit the target.
Ball long from Sevilla, now won back by Arsenal. White. Here's Raya. And this is the perfect game for Havertz to really get his teeth into, really get some goals and some applause tonight. And yet he's done that within a minute. Rice. Here's Tomiyasu. Now Gabriel. Saliba. And Naziri's going to press, but here's Ben White now. Plays it down the line. Havertz finding the pocket of space. And now into Saka. Saka. White. Saliba. Again, Arsenal, as always, comfortable in possession. It's really intriguing in the opposing fixture with Sevilla at home a few weeks ago that Sevilla did manage to have more possession. Nick Nack saying, lol, Havertz, he could have chest and volleyed it if he wanted. Yeah, if he's not comfortable in the air, why not do that? But it's an odd thing as well, because he has usually been comfortable in the air. If we think back to his days at Chelsea, he has scored a few headers in his time. It's a bit of an odd one.
Yeah.
But yeah, Arsenal coming forwards now. Declan Rice carrying it down the line. Loic Bardet stays touch tight with the English midfielder. Tomiyasu, his pass inside, isn't picked up on by Martinelli. It's one back by Arsenal. So a good question raised as well while having a conversation today with an Arsenal fan and a few other fans. Do you think Arsenal are in need of an elite striker?
Yes.
Okay. No, that's the end of that conversation. That's dead.
No.
Thanks for killing that one.
No, for me, it's obvious. I don't think Jesus or Havertz are world-class strikers.
Yeah, Nketiah?
No.
Is there anybody better than Eddie Nketiah? Because I don't think there is.
Absolutely. No, not a chance. Yeah, City have got Haaland, Chelsea Jackson, Tottenham have got Son. I'd say
Jackson or Jesus, who do you think's better?
Jackson.
Really?
Easy.
Really?
Yes.
I'd say he's a better finisher, but in terms of what they bring to this Arsenal system, Jesus is very useful.
Well, yeah, that's the problem, isn't it? If we're talking world-class strikers, I'm talking about world-class people who's put in incredible goal numbers.
I think you can still be more useful up front and still be a good player.
But I wouldn't put you down.
I mean, look at Firmino's numbers. He plays a false 9. He's still notched up 10, 12, 15 goals.
Things I wouldn't refer to him as a world-class striker. I don't know what I'd call him.
Firmino?
No.
That's an interesting
I
one.
think he's world class, but I wouldn't refer to him as a striker.
He's almost a centre forward.
Yeah. Or even just an attacker. Because for me, a striker is quite literally the bloke who strikes it in the net.
But then you wouldn't refer to Salah as a striker, obviously.
Yeah, but he's out on the wing.
Bit of a weird one.
But
the false nine role is a bit of a strange one because while it is technically a striker, it's not an attacking midfielder, is it? It's an interesting one.
Yeah, he's a strange one. I'm really loving this new UEFA be a referee.
Braga, by the way, with a penalty after 6 minutes against Real Madrid, but that has been missed. And Rasmus Højlund has put Manchester United up after just 3 minutes.
He scored a goal.
He scored a few in the Champions League, just can't do it in the Prem.
No, fair enough.
Says a lot, really, about where his level is, that you can get goals against Copenhagen, but when he plays against any Premier League side...
So I thought all the Sevilla coaches had the initial P.
Just P.
They're all just P.
Do they not? What is that P?
I don't know, but it can't be, can it?
Yeah, it could be.
There's no way it's just Pablo,
Pele,
and Peter.
Why would it... Peter sounds like he'd have a surname.
No, just Peter.
Oh, there's 2 balls in play. I wonder why Ryan just kicked it off.
There's also a balloon on the pitch. So, yeah, let's go pop it. Oh, no, I thought it was going to pop it. No, mine
He's going to blow a whistle at it.
I was going to kick it. I was picked out.
Could go give it back.
Mine isn't. Yeah. Give it 1 bounce go.
Whose balloon is this?
That's a good throw.
An announcement on the Tannoy system.
The balloon actually turned it into a good run.
And throw for Tomiyasu now. And that is quite the support from Sevilla there. Really creating the atmosphere here at the Emirates. You can see them.
Yeah.
It's visible, it's vibrant. Sevilla in their numbers chanting there. And it's got to be a bit of an intense atmosphere for Arsenal in this corner. And Sevilla may well use it to their advantage here as they look to break. It's messy, but they've somehow managed to get it away. Eric Lamela. And that's, I don't know who's that's come off, but it's definitely not still on the field. It's a Sevilla throw. It's not been a thrilling game so far. Arsenal definitely been the better side. Sevilla haven't really been on the ball at all. But that is understandable. Sevilla are going to look to resist the pressure as much as possible. And a tough job as well tonight. Sevilla's right back, just 20 years old. And he's got to try and keep Gabriel Martinelli quiet. Here is Salas, the young left back as well. And he's lost the ball.
Salas no more. That was a fun 5 seconds.
Jorginho.
That's
a shocking pass. And it's one up the pitch by Juanlu Sanchez, the right back. And it's lost immediately. Let's go Havertz pick up the ball. And now Arsenal have a 3-on-3 situation. Bukayo Saka running now at the left back. Salas.
Isolated.
Not a load of space for Saka to use. And that's good defending, actually. I believe it's Guedelj. It is indeed that stood him up well there. White. Saka. And he's been caught by the Serbian. And I wouldn't be surprised if he goes in the book here.
Yeah, for a good bit of defending, just bringing him down.
I think he will avoid it, but there will be a word from the referee. Of course, Istvan Kovic, the official for tonight's game.
You can't do that.
Doesn't take any shit, it has to be said.
No. But yeah, did you wait for... So can you go to the website and you're just a referee now?
Maybe, I hope so. Yeah. That'd be fun. Just get to go and do a Champions League. Probably Conference League, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's like we need someone to go to the middle of Romania to watch Cluj versus
Aachen.
The shit, yeah. Go to Luxembourg.
Yeah.
Again, welcome to the stream. So fans collectively doing some kind of arm workout in the away corner.
Yeah, getting their bicep going.
The Icelandic thunderclap is actually one of the favourite stretches used by all the PTs today. Saka. Looking to whip one in. It's a good delivery. It's nodded away by Gabriel. That's at the other end. We'd be commending him for a bit of good defending, but it's not.
Like he took it off the head of Saliba. Because Saliba...
Poor header from Gabriel.
For all the world... Yeah, for all the world, Saliba was going to head that home.
For all the world?
Yeah.
The weight of the world on his shoulders. It wasn't. It's just the weight of Gabriel.
Yeah.
Bardet. And his clearance blocked there by Leandro Trossard.
Yeah, as we expected.
And it came off Bardet, actually.
As we expected, a positive start from Arsenal. So they already kind of got their backs up against their own goal.
That's how I was playing on the right side. No, he's on the right in the midfield 3, Gary. And then pushing up when they press into almost an attacking midfielder role or a second striker. And just found onto the stream as well, because there's so many people hopping in. As we said at the start, please do keep stream active tonight. Chat's been a little bit dead recently, I have to be honest. But yeah, so if you are here, get involved, have your say. And yeah, hopefully we can attract more people, more viewers. Yeah. It's always nice to grow the community. Raya. Saliba. And Arsenal looking to build out here. Now White. Plays it inside. Jorginho, Saka. And he's caught there again by Nemanja Gadelj. And I think this may be one challenge too many. And he may well be going into the book. No, he isn't yet. Kovac's still not looking Gadelj.
He might have been told to do one thing today, Gadelj. And that is...
based off that, which is the laziest tackle. Yeah. The thing is, he doesn't even go in. He just sort of lies down and lets Saka fall over. White. Saliba. But again, there's just no intent. He never looked for the ball. He didn't even know where the ball was.
No.
So I'm just going to go over and kick Saka. White again. He can push the ball forward into space. Now Trossard. Back to Saliba. Now it's White. And knocked out a play. Coming off there. So. Josephine says fake Haaland got a goal. Oh yeah, Rasmus Højlund putting United one up. I presume that's who you're talking about there. I believe that's his third now in the UEFA Champions League. Of course, still yet to register a goal, as you say, in the Premier League.
Rubbish. Jackson's clear.
Martinelli. And he's lost the ball, but it is an Arsenal throw. Rice. Now Ben White. Havertz. White. Saliba. He knocks it across into Gabriel. And Gabriel goes down the line. Martinelli. And he's beaten the defender there for pace. Can he find a delivery? Gabriel Martinelli. Good defending. Falls to Rice. Rice in a good area. Fantastic footwork. Trossard can't create the space for the shot. And cleared away by Luke Bardet.
I don't know what Rice was doing.
Gabriel. Now Martinelli. Brings it down well. But he has to fight to try and hold on to it. And he can't quite win that fight. Rousseau. Now Fernando. Here's Bardet. Bardet under the cosh a little bit here from Arsenal's high press. Dimitrovic though. And a nice little body feint from the goalkeeper there.
Oh.
And that's decent, actually, from the left-back Salas to keep it alive. And then Pedrosa, usually a left-back, playing on the left flank today, drawing the foul.
Yeah, poor defending there from Ben White.
Also, an update from within this group. It's 1-0 PSV Eindhoven. Luke de Jong with that goal. Which is interesting. That would move PSV up into the qualification places on 5 points. Not good for Arsenal's chances of qualifying this evening. And that would mean that Lens dropped down to third.
Yeah. It's not like
obviously on head-to-head record, despite the fact that Lens have a positive goal difference in the sense it's 0 and PSV have a -3. But not done on goal difference in the Champions League, it's done on head-to-head record.
Which makes sense, saying you played each other twice.
Yeah.
Go on. Martinelli.
Let's head away. Gary's saying, I've noticed that Galatasaray have a player called Tete, so it seems my dream of seeing a pair of Tetes at Craven Cottage remains a possibility. There's a few Tetes out there, aren't there? I think that Tete is the same one that was at Leicester last season.
Yeah.
So I think there was 2 Tetes on the same pitch, Gary.
You missed them.
You may have missed those Tetes, but yeah.
Unlucky, mate.
And that's just what I'm saying, PSV a goal to the good in that game. It's very young.
Oh, peace out of player.
Oh, yeah, it's a very young Sevilla side. It's just that Jesus Navas looks so much like a coach. It's a very young Sevilla side. Both fullbacks, 21 and 20 years old. I mean, similarly young wingers for Arsenal, but very different kinds of experience.
But I know that I'd like to come on in the next 5-10 minutes, but that your subs are kind of sat there in big, warm jackets.
I think every set of subs would be. I think I would be.
Yeah, I suppose he just doesn't look like he's got any.
You don't want your players to be sat there freezing.
I suppose.
He will have his kit on. He just won't have it. I don't imagine he's got his shinnies in.
Imagine, it's just sat there for the whole game, just waiting.
Ben White. I thought he might take that free kick. He decided actually he doesn't fancy it.
I know they're tapped to a proper routine. And now Saka's going to whip it in. Be interesting to see. They're taking their time over this.
All this just for him to miss-kick it.
Yeah.
Or it not be the first man. Saka over this. He goes short to Martinelli. Now Martinelli, Trossard, a routine for Arsenal. He's tried to turn. It's not really come off, but he's found Martinelli. Ball in from Gabriel Martinelli and it's headed away from Fernando.
What was the point in the set piece? They were just going to do a routine anyway. Couldn't Ben White just start the routine?
Catch him out.
Space. Didn't have the Trossard decide to fanny around on the ball.
Spanish probably find anything under 20 degrees to be cold. Yeah, it's cold tonight. Imagine if you're from anywhere in Spain, it's going to feel even colder. White or used to a warmer climate. Saka looking to cut inside and he's getting hacked away at by Salas.
That's another foul. You feel like that's going to get his cards out in a minute because if not, Sevilla will do this all night. And I mean, Arteta literally just asked the question to the fourth official how many.
I mean, we've spoken all what could Ramos add as an older player in this side. It feels like he's taught them all the dark arts. Here, that Salas just getting away by not really fouling him, just kept kicking Saka while he was running. But he wasn't bringing him down, so he's frustrating Saka without really committing. I mean, he was committing a foul. He can't just kick someone. But
Christian Romero. That was kick table.
Just like pulled Anthony. Yeah, he tried to do a normal turn. He got stuck in his feet though and ended up being an Anthony fidget spinner. Martinelli, but lifts it in, but it's blocked by the first man. And it's going to be pulled back anyway for a foul on Sevilla's defence. Arsenal a little too forceful in that free kick. Fernando. He's going to take his time out this one, seemingly. Now he'll play it out. Gadelia. Or Gadelish. Now it's with Dimitrovic. Goes long. Can anyone find the flick on? No. Saliba losing the ball, but Rice does get a little touch there. Tomiyasu now. And it's Martinelli. Rice. Switching the play, looking for Bukayo Saka. Saka tries to head inside, and that's nodded away by Nemanja Gadelish. Saliba. Here's Ben White. Havertz. Now Saliba. Looking for options, William Saliba. Tomiyasu back to Saliba. Here's Ben White. Knocks it back to Saliba. Now Gabriel. Plays inside. Tomiyasu. Gabriel. Saliba. And goes wider still. Here's White. Havertz. Now Jorginho. Back to Ben White. White. Saka. Nice movement from Bukayo Saka. He causes a lot of issues when he can drive in that sort of space. And he's won a free kick. And I think that's what Saka's asked for now. It's 4 fouls on him this evening. And he's making that apparent to the referee. But I think Salas may avoid a yellow once again here.
I'll be very surprised.
I think it was also for Fernando and Salas.
3 of them
fouled him. And Saka's already struggling with injuries. And you just think, in a combative game like tonight, was it worth risking Bukayo Saka? If he goes on to pick up an injury from the fouls Sevilla are committing, I feel like that's going to reflect really poorly on Arteta, who knew what this game was going to be. He knew the combative nature of this match.
To be completely honest, I think if Arsenal are winning at half time, you bring him off. I think as a manager, that should be an automatic decision.
Saka always seems to be happy to take the fouls. I'd like to see him be a bit stronger. I don't know. When someone's just kicking at your thighs or kicking at your calves, I don't think there is too much wrong with going down.
Advantage here.
And now Saka over it.
No,
and the delivery is not great.
Maybe not. It's not like Luke's top corner.
That's why they're fouling him, though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So far, Arsenal set piece is not really working. They tried a routine and messed it up. And now they've gone for a goal and placed over the bar. Dimitrovic doesn't go long here. I think they have got Enders there they can aim for, but he does lose the header to Saliba. Arteta thought that's his throw. It weren't. And Sevilla have got a chance to get on the ball here. 18 minutes, only 18 minutes gone.
Thanks everyone that's left a like already on the stream. If you haven't already, make sure to do so. And if you haven't voted in the poll in chat, then make sure to do that as well. Thanks to the 6 people who have voted in that. Barde. Dimitrovic. Lifting it towards Salas, who flicks it onto Pedrosa, and I think that has left the field of play. Now White. Looking for options, Ben White. None apparent, really. He's wasted almost 30 seconds here, Ben White, and now Saka can knock it back to Gabriel. Rice. Bit of a hospital pull back, but that'll be recovered by Takahiro Tomiyasu.
Ooh.
And a nice bit of footwork there. Martinelli, Rice. And he's lost out the physical battle there with Eric Lamela. Does not reflect well on Declan Rice, that.
No.
Yeah.
Not a sentence I was expecting to hear today.
Fernando. Guedelj. Ball forward, cut out low by Saliba. White. Jorginho, Rice, Saliba, Tomiyasu. Now it's Gabriel Martinelli. Just going to carry the ball up the field here, Martinelli. Then knocks it back. I think it's very interesting to see how dribbling has sort of been, how dribbling's changed in football. So I've noticed it a lot with this Arsenal team. But there's no wingers anymore who dribble.
No.
Like, there's very few. Saka drives inside, but you'd call that a bit more of a inside forward than you would an out-and-out winger, someone who loves to dribble. Dribbling's become more of an asset for defensive midfielders. Feel like Declan Rice, I'd say, are the better dribblers now. It's really interesting to see. There's not too many wingers because a lot of the managers now don't allow that. There's too much risk in it. And that seems to be the only thing that a lot of modern managers care about. Holding on to possession and control. Control, for a lot of managers, is a fundamental part of the system. Especially for managers like Arteta and for Pep Guardiola. That's not out by Guedelj, and that will be an Arsenal throw.
Yeah, decent first 20 for Sevilla.
Weird seeing Guedelj without a flowing man bun.
I say. Put me off.
Looks less intimidating and menacing.
Yeah.
Here is Ben White. Can he make something happen? Gives it into Trossard here. And Trossard. Well, he's done well actually to fight off there, and somehow that's been given as a severe throw, but that seems baffling to me.
Lino's in a mare. Oh, Lino's an absolute stinker.
I have no idea how the Lino has decided that's come off Trossard. But Quique Salas is not complaining. I mean, he does look old, perhaps needs to get his eyes checked.
Yeah. I don't think anything much is going to... I guess the opposite is... Something could have come for it if it was given Arsenal's way.
Trossard still complaining about it to the referee. Officials, though, having none of his complaints. Salas looks to go down the line. No flick on available. Saliba heads it forwards. And now smashed long by Sevilla. Gabriel. And Arteta quick to get going again. Here's White. Saliba. Now David Raya. Lino should have gone to Specsavers. Indeed he should have, Gary. I'm sure the Specsavers admin will be all over that one.
Sure. Only 38 passes completed by Sevilla. 119 to Arsenal. 38.
There's definitely dice sides that completed more than that.
Yeah. 38.
In 20 minutes, it's not too poor. They're still on to get to almost 200. You would expect, considering they've not really had the ball at all.
Yeah.
And they're trying to go forwards, but yeah. It'd be nice to see some honesty. If it was Snooker, the Spanish player would just give the ball back and not take the throw. Yeah, a bit of decency, but I guess it's just the difference in decorum, really, isn't it? Snooker is quite a well-mannered sport, I would say.
No one's kicking off at snooker. Who's ever caused a fuss apart from the Just Stop Oil people?
But also, I think it's a lot more with snooker, because you're the individual. or with any sport that's individual, so stuff like darts, tennis, it all applies the same. Whatever your actions reflect on you and only you. But if the Sevilla player there, by taking the ball, doesn't catch any flack because it's the club that didn't give the ball back. And by saying the club, by saying, Sevilla didn't give the ball back, that's not just the one individual. That's not just the 11 on the pitch even. That's the whole team. That's the fans. It's the manager. It's everyone involved. So I think when you're individualised, people react very differently to when they're part of a group and they have that anonymity almost.
Yeah.
Because while you can physically see them doing it, you don't really go, Quique Salas has just decided not to be honest there. You go, Sevilla, classic really, not being honest. But yeah, Gabriel.
At the end of the day, it's a competitive game. You can take any advantage you can get.
Yeah. Ryan Jim onto the stream with a classic high full stop. It's great to see you, Ryan. Gary saying football is kind of like snooker, except there's only one square hole and you're trying to get the white ball in it. The exact opposite, really. You don't get a stick. There's more than one player per team. And as you say, you've got to try and pop the white ball. There's only one ball. Couldn't be further from snooker, in a sense. And a deadlock broken in Real Madrid Braga as Real Madrid take up the advantage. It's 1-0 to
Costly
Los
penalty
Blancos.
miss
Yeah.
for Braga.
Saka gets to the touchline, tries to cut it back, cut out by Fernando. And Salas almost conceding. Penalty there, he'd caught the player, but he hasn't. White, Trossard. Saka, nice turn, brilliant movement from Saka, goes down in the box. Ref,
I don't know.
not seeing, I don't think it's a pen.
Actually, no.
Jorginho, Rice, Martinelli, options queuing up in the box. Gabriel Martinelli bursting forwards, gets to the touchline, cuts it back. Trossard can't make contact with it, and it's crashed away
like
by Fernando.
a video game kind of game.
Saliba, White. This is promising for Arsenal. Havertz in the box, tries to take on Fernando. He's lost possession, tries to win it back, goes down cheaply, and Jorginho puts one over the bar. Exciting though.
Yeah, no, that's not a penalty. I think here, Saka. Yeah, chucks himself to the floor.
Who do you reckon scored for Real Madrid?
Jude Bellingham?
That's Brahim Diaz.
Oh. Isn't Bellingham injured?
When was he even there?
I think Bellingham's in...
Bellingham is on the bench tonight.
Yeah.
Doesn't start. But Brahim Diaz, that is a name I've not seen in a while.
XC.
Very long while. Yes. Correct.
Also, more recently, AC Milan.
Obviously, Style by Real Madrid then has had loan moves to AC Milan.
That's very random.
Well, he loan moved to AC Milan.
They decided to give him a chance this year.
Yeah. And also in that Real Madrid's attacking midfielder role, which is a box crashing attacking midfielder, which almost their striker really.
Yeah.
Jude Bellingham when he plays there. Arsenal always try to score pretty goals. Yeah. Tomiyasu. Now Martinelli looking to take on the defender. He's got past one Lou. Options in the box. Puts it in there and it's cleared away again. Distinctively though, you can see Arsenal looking to shift the ball out wide and as always look for cutbacks and stuff like that. It's not too dissimilar to how they usually play. Here's Ben White. It's very similar actually.
Yeah.
Ben White. Martinelli again calling for the ball and he's found this space out on this left hand side and this is why wingers can be so effective when they hug the touchlines because it's impossible for the defence to deal with. He puts the ball in, headed out by Bardi and that will be a corner. Has Sevilla actually done anything yet? Ask Nick Nakangari says yes, they found Saka.
Yeah, they haven't.
They've not gone forward. And Højlund's got a second, United have a second and that should be a fairly comfortable victory for Rasmus Højlund and for Manchester United.
Yeah. It's usually fun when they lose. It's not fun when they
Ball
lose.
in. Dimitrovic punches it away. Here's Bukayo Saka. Saka lays it short. Jorginho listening to a good area. Gabriel though was on the floor. Nobody knows why.
Yeah, slipped over, lost his footing as he tried to spin backward because he started running backwards and realised the balls would come back in.
Yeah.
Spun around quickly.
Sevilla defending that final ball well. Too many numbers in the box to be as intricate as Arsenal are trying to be. Yeah. Sitting in the low block, getting everyone behind the ball, causing a lot of issues for Arsenal. So they can't really penetrate
Well, Sevilla got
through
blankets
Sevilla's
out.
defence. They are really nippy tonight. And yeah, now it's with White.
I think they've taken a bit of step too far.
No,
Oh, great.
Saka in behind, should be a goal, and there we go. Good goal for Arsenal. It's Arsenal 1, Sevilla 0. Leandro Trossard, and a celebration between him and Saka that was planned before the game. And that goal looked planned before the game, straight off the training ground. It's a nice move from Arsenal as they take the advantage here against Sevilla.
Yeah, really well taken goal. Again, few passes. They're in behind, and Sevilla have got all sorts of problems. Unmarked Trossard, easy goal.
And it's beautiful stuff. Really beautiful stuff, really, from Arsenal. They know how they want to play. They pick the ball up here in a high position with Declan Rice. Jorginho then immediately looking for options, finds White. White's able to play into Jorginho. Jorginho spots Saka. It's an intricate pass from Jorginho, feeding it between the left back and the centre half. Saka knocks it across, and it's an easy finish for Trossard.
Yeah.
This is a brilliant pass from Jorginho, though. He sees the space that Saka's got to run into, finds the gap between the defenders. Saka, first time across, and Trossard, first time into the back of the net.
Yeah, I mean,
Arsenal 1, Sevilla.
Selas was completely just discombobulated. He forgot where he was, what he was doing, and was completely torn apart with that pass.
Gabriel now back to Raya as Arsenal will look to build from this 1-0 advantage into something a little bit more comprehensive, a little bit more strong, you could say. Now Ben White, Jorginho. And it's back with Saliba. Saliba lifting it out wide, and Tomiyasu takes it in his stride. Sorry, Declan Rice does. Rice bursting forwards. Here's Martinelli. Now the game opening up a little bit more. Martinelli thought he might look for the ball into the box. Goes left, goes right. And he's still going, Gabriel Martinelli. Brilliant drive. A strong challenge from Jordan. Can't win the ball back, and a lifted ball over the top has resulted in nothing. I think that's the first time I've mentioned the name Juan Jordan this evening. Not really been involved. Fernando's had a lot of tackles in there. Juan Jordan not really having an impact.
Yeah, haven't seen Lamela, haven't seen En-Nesyri.
Saw Lamela once, that was when he bodied Declan.
Haven't seen the other geezer on the left, Pedrosa.
Pedrosa, no.
Haven't
It's an odd one when you're trying to play counter-attacking football to play a left back at left wing.
Who's his tap midfielder? Couldn't you tell you?
It is Jabulso.
I haven't seen him at all.
Former Frankfurt player.
Seen none of that front.
Let's go over then, Arsenal. Nick, I think you're not too far from the truth, mate. Arsenal have been the better side in this game. Sevilla haven't really had any sort of impact on the match. And, well, if it keeps up in this manner, you wouldn't be surprised to see Arsenal romp to a comfortable victory and take 3 points into the rest of the Champions League group stage and pretty much put themselves free.
Yeah.
And Sevilla, given the fact that PSV are beating Lens, would be all but out.
Mm-hmm.
Ball lifted into the box. It's claimed by Rye.
That was a pointless free kick. Just straight down the middle of the goalkeeper, and he just caught it.
That's pretty split still, though. 50% think Arsenal win, 38% think Sevilla will come back and win, and 12% going for a draw.
Fair enough. It's a lot more even than I thought it would be. Setting it off his first half hour. That's a foul. Yeah. Jordan literally drags Trossard down to the floor with him. Still no card though.
I've not seen him for a while. He decided that he wants to be in shot now.
Yeah.
Good tackle in the end if he hadn't been grabbing Trossard for the minute in the before. Saka. Now White. Saliba. Gabriel. Options ahead of him. Can he pick someone out? Goes back to Saliba. Sevilla 15th in the Liga, can see why. Sevilla have really been quite poor in recent years. Their recruitment's gone downhill since they lost Monchi. They've not really been able to get in a good manager. I mean, Jose Mendilibar was a relegation expert who they had to sack because he couldn't get them winning games at the start of this season. They did win the Europa League last season.
Yeah. Oh, that's brilliant from Martinelli.
Keeping the ball in play. Gabriel. And that bought him some time, obviously, Mendilibar, but not afforded much in this campaign in Sevilla. Yeah, they're not a great side, it has to be said. Their recruitment's not been great since they've lost Monchi. I mean, it seems very... What's the word? Well, they focus on the past too much.
Don't know. I don't know what that word is.
Can't think now.
But
they're focusing too much on their past, and that's really represented in the signings of players like Sergio Ramos and Ivan Rakitic. Yeah, they're not. Too nostalgic. That's the word I was looking for.
Do you like a bit?
Here is White, Havertz, Saka, and Salah showing no intention to get the ball, but Hazard gives a free kick. Thing is, you can show strength, but he's clearly just gone barreling in there into Bukayo Saka. So I completely see why that call's justified.
Still no card.
No.
We're looking at 5 or 6 fouls now on Bukayo Saka.
Yeah, do they have the Italian version of Sean Dyche as their manager? No. I don't really know a lot about their manager, to be honest. He's not really. I mean, he used to manage Uruguay. He used to manage Uruguay.
Marek. I thought we were going for like Maripol or something.
No, I'll have a look at his previous. So Diego Alonso, Uruguayan, used to coach Uruguay for 2 years. That's his first job in management. Before then, he played for various different clubs, I think. Oh no, he hasn't. I don't know. No idea whether this is management or playing. But ball in, punched away by Dimitrovic, and then Djibril Sow getting the head away. Jorginho, Rice, Havertz, Rice. Look. Here is Saliba.
Brassard. Something with Saka briefly. Crossing the field. That's a horrendous touch where Jorginho gets away with it. That's not a great pass out either. And Sevilla have the ball in their possession for once.
Yeah. I have no idea, by the way, how the Sevilla manager managed to land this gig. It's not like he played for Sevilla back in the day. He's managed Bella Vista, Guarani, Peñarol, Olimpia, Pachuca in Mexico, I believe, or Colombia.
Yeah.
Monterrey, definitely in Mexico, for a year. Inter Miami for 2 years. And then a 2-year stint at Uruguay before he was sacked from that for their horrendous World Cup performance, if you remember that. Yeah. And now he's at Sevilla.
That is bizarre.
Clearly, he's never shown anything in his career that actually demonstrates that he's a good coach.
No. That is...
Don't get me wrong, clearly a decent player. Notched up 114 goals in 225 appearances.
Not bad.
He's a striker, though.
Maybe a bit bad.
Goal every 3 games.
Yeah.
But
not too...
it's not shocking. His highest goal scoring season was a 17-goal season at... Oh no, he scored 17 goals in 2 seasons at Peñarol. He scored 17 goals in 1 season at Gimnasia.
It's not wonderful. Not the best goalkeeper I've seen.
Goalkeeper?
Oh, what? I don't know why.
He scored 22 goals in a loan move to Atletico Madrid between 2001 and 2002.
Wow, good for him.
But yes, he's not done anything. He won the 2016 Clausura, which is the Liga MX title, and he won the 2016-17 CONCACAF Champions League. So he's got some backing then in the South American game. Or North American game, sorry. But he's not really demonstrated anything other than that, and I don't look at the Sevilla side as a team that play anything that is inspiring. But
no.
Yeah. Saliba. Bit of an odd appointment, personally.
Yeah. Rice just taking his time here. 8 minutes to go to the half.
Now White. Jorginho. Now with Ben White again, and it's Saliba. Looking very coordinated. Thank you, TFC Catering. Welcome, by the way. And yeah, here is Saka looking to try and beat Pedrosa, but it's not really come off. Now Salas, Fernando. Guedelj looking for options, moves it across into Loic Barde. Barde pushes out of his feet, and now into Djibril Sow. So, Fernando. It's actually a decent passage of play from Sevilla, but they've ended up back at Dimitrovic. And he lifts it towards Pedrosa. And now he can burst forward here. The left back, Adria Pedrosa, playing at left wing. And, well, that was an amazing dribble. And it's a fantastic tackle from William Saliba to block him.
Yeah, great tackle.
I thought he may get pulled back there, but no. Fantastic challenge. Hooked his feet around the ball. And it's a brilliant stop to a counter-attack for Sevilla. And now Arsenal looking to spring forward an attack of their own. Martinelli, players on the overlap, looks for options. Stops on the edge of the box. Nice step over from Martinelli. Now Rice recycling with Jorginho. Here's Ben White. Can he lift one into the box? No. Opts to go back to Jorginho. And he's got options around him. A bounce pass with Rice. And now he looks and surveys his options once more. Ben White. And now it's with Saliba. Fizzes it into Rice. Rice takes under control well. Moves it out wide. Martinelli. It's a good touch. And now he looks to beat his man. Has he got the beating of the fullback? No, he doesn't. Goes back instead to Bukayo Saka. Both wingers on one side here. Martinelli skips past the defender. Cuts it back. Looking for options. Ball into the box. Cut out by Fernando. And now Sevilla back in possession. The Tottenham vs Chelsea's best game of the season so far. It had everything. Very difficult to disagree with you there, Chelsea fan. I did have everything.
It was great.
Fantastic game of football.
It was.
And also asking Timothy Catering, where is the food, lol.
Yeah.
Brilliant tackle though from William Saliba, judged to perfection. In that area, you've got to get it pinpoint, and that was a good tackle that from Saliba. Knew what he was doing, made a good challenge, stopped a almost certain Sevilla goal.
Yeah.
5 minutes left of the half then. And here is Tomiyasu.
Arsenal hope to get a second goal before
Martinelli.
the interval.
And he goes down, and that will be pulled back. No, given back actually, just a Sevilla throw. Barde, ball in now to Fernando, and he gets caught by Havertz, and that's pulled back for a foul.
So very
Felt really unnecessary there from Kai Havertz.
Yeah.
Barde was going nowhere, just caught him there.
Yeah, Kai Havertz has that quite a bit. Just unnecessary fouls after the ball's gone.
Yeah. Just leaving a leg in for no real reason.
Yeah, really unnecessary.
But yeah, thanks for 10 people tuning in right now. If you want to get involved with the live chat, make sure to say hi, give your thoughts on the game so far. And yeah, anything else you want to say, even if it has no relevance to the game whatsoever. Barde lifting it forwards, and that's going to run through. Saliba just letting that go to Raya. Raya now. Saliba. Here's White. And Arsenal once again comfortable in possession. Happy to take their time. Here's Havertz. Havertz inside. Jorginho back into the space for Havertz to run into. And he stops the clearance there, but it is with his arm. Alright, let's pull back again for a Sevilla free kick.
Still, again, no, this referee is not on a card tonight.
No. Well, I don't think Havertz was going to get booked for that, but
No.
Gidelic. No real
does
fault.
feel like the next one is going to be, an unlucky.
It depends. If it's for Kike Salas again, then surely it is.
Yeah.
But yeah, Dimitrovic. And there's a red card in the Manchester United game. Marcus Rashford sent off.
That's interesting.
Dimitrovic going long. Flick on from Juan Jordan.
Do you know what that says to me more that he could have lashed out? Because Martin Rashford's put in a silly tackle.
Trying to have a look in a moment, but yeah.
That is bizarre. I mean, he come back from his illness, also known as disciplinary.
Here we go. So he stamped there on the Copenhagen fullback while trying to win the ball back. So it's a bit of a weird one. Just steps in, studs on the ankle. I'm guessing VAR's seen it and looked at it as dangerous.
Yeah.
That is a big call, though.
That is.
But I do think, though, a lot of people saying that's never a red and only given because it's shown in slow motion. So, I mean, I've only seen a still there. If anyone else is watching the game and wants to give us a little bit more information on that, that would be greatly appreciated. But, I mean, that's a huge decision. Could that change the game?
It's still a long way back to Copenhagen.
Big shift in game state. You never know how that can have an impact on the match. Feeling like it coming for Rashford. Yeah, it's not been a good season, has it, for Marcus Rashford? We'll pause that conversation because Arsenal are coming forwards here. Rice, Martinelli, is there options in the centre for him? He's not been able to keep that on. No, he has. Brilliant from Gabriel Martinelli. Ball into a dangerous area. Headed up by Salas. Saka heads it down. Trossard tries to take it in his stride. Cleared away by Kike Salas. Now Saliba trying to keep it alive. One back, though, by Yusuf En-Nesyri. First time he's been on the ball, really, tonight. He tries to run at Saliba. Probably not the greatest idea to run at one of the centre-halves who's been one of the most successful in 1v1 duels across all of Europe this campaign.
And another foul by a Sevilla player, this time on Jorginho.
That's what I was trying to say before Arsenal came forwards. Rashford, really poor season so far. That was dirty, by the way, from Martinelli. Absolutely lovely play.
One loop,
taking past one loop. But Rashford struggling, why do you think that is?
I mean, it's all going wrong at Manchester United at the moment. And I think, again, Rashford, not as bad as Sancho, but similarly, he's a player that needs a manager that trusts in him.
Yeah.
You look at, I think, his best form coming under that Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, that PSG game. He looked great.
Martinelli skips past one Lou again, and that's lifted over the goal.
We know him and Ten Hag have never really got on. The amount of times he's been dropped for an illness or a disciplinary issue.
Yeah. Well, it seemed that there was a real intent from Ten Hag to get the best out of Marcus Rashford, especially in his first season at the club. This season, we've not really seen much of Rashford.
It does feel a little
getting involved in attacks.
Yeah. It does feel a bit like with Ten Hag at the moment. It's kind of like if you do something that he doesn't like or he doesn't appreciate, he kind of just shuts the door in your face.
Yeah.
Meanwhile,
also,
Bruno Fernandes
there is a goal back for FC Copenhagen. So already United seeing the potential consequences of that Rashford red card.
That sounds like they've lost their head.
Mohamed El Yunusi is a name that will be familiar for
incredible.
Fans across the Premier League. Returning to his former side. 13 minutes of additional time in that game. They could be level at the half.
13 minutes? What's happened?
I'm not sure.
That was an injury for United.
Oh, sorry, no, I did see earlier that there was. So Johnny Evans has been injured and Varane came on, but there's also a medical emergency in the crowd for one of the Copenhagen fans, so that does explain that.
We've only got 1 minute.
Yeah, 1 minute, one additional minute here at the Emirates, so we could watch the last 12 minutes of the first half of the United Copenhagen game in a moment.
Yeah.
But yeah. Just about saying, oh God, Anthony Taylor doing our game on Sunday. Yeah, no, I'm very fearful for that.
Yeah, can't wait. My favourite.
Anyway, White on the ball now. Saliba, Jorginho. Here's Gabriel. Knocks it out wide to Rice. Now Martinelli. Now he's got the beating of one Lou. Chooses to go inside. Now trying to take on Jabril So. Here's Tomiyasu. And he looks inside before turning around and going back into Martinelli. That little exchange there's got them so much higher up the pitch, Arsenal. Smart from Martinelli and Tomiyasu. Puts the ball into a dangerous area, headed away by the first man, Loic Bardet. And, well, a bit of a messy situation there. It's a Sevilla free kick, but they won't have time to take it. Half-time here at the Emirates. It's Arsenal 1, Sevilla 0. Not been the greatest game of football ever, but Arsenal will be content with the score as we go into the break. A goal from Leandro Trossard, the only difference so far. A nice bit of play following an intricate pass from Jorginho led to the goal. Some nice stuff from Arsenal, but it's not really been a game to really get the neutrals going. It's at the break, it's Arsenal 1, Sevilla 0. And while we have a bit of half time, why not put on the United Copenhagen game?
Yeah.
But yeah. And we'll talk about the first half. We'll talk about what's going on in
kind of what you expect,
Copenhagen.
isn't it? Arsenal settled down, took their time, and eventually got a well-worked goal. Sevilla, they tried to frustrate them, hasn't really worked.
And, well, United were coming forward, so as we switch over, almost immediately finding a goal. And yeah, I mean, it'd be brilliant if we now get to see Copenhagen level the scores. But yeah. Anyway, thoughts on the first half then for Arsenal and Sevilla?
Yeah, I mean, it was, as I said, it was exactly what Dr. Roy for Arsenal. And for Sevilla, they tried to hold on, but just ran out of steam eventually around that half an hour mark. And, the frustration didn't really work. The consistent fouling didn't get on Arsenal's nerves. Didn't cause them any problems. I mean, it took En-Nesyri 42 minutes to touch the ball. Sevilla haven't forced anything.
Not a bad effort for Copenhagen.
Sevilla haven't done anything. Arsenal's have to lead, and unless something dramatically changes, I'm expecting exactly the same in the second half.
Yeah, I have to agree with you there. Gary's saying it's been a while since I've seen a minute extra time. Nice change from 5+ minutes we usually see these days. What's happened? Nothing's happened in the Arsenal game for there to be any extra time warranted. It's been a bit of a dry affair, I have to say, but hopefully we see the second half liven up a little bit, Sevilla push forward.
The choice between the Sevilla Arsenal game and this game's been brilliant.
Well, the poll, Peter wanted Arsenal Sevilla, so yeah, I don't know if anyone that voted on that has actually turned up this evening, but thanks to everyone that has shown up for the stream. And yeah, appreciate it to see your support. But of course, you can help us out more by sharing the stream with anyone you think would enjoy it. And yeah, while we watch this, I'm going to go take a moment. Be back in a minute. Do you want anything?
No, I'm right.
Okay, back in a moment, guys. I'll leave you with Harry to talk about the Copenhagen game and anything from the Arsenal match.
I was hoping United were going to be rubbish, but they're actually just getting a stranglehold on the game. But yeah, United, Arsenal playing well, and I think if you're Arteta, as I said, very early stages, at this point, I'd be looking to make a change. I'd bring off Saka, I'd rest him. You're 1-0 up, you're going to win the game. No need to leave Bukayo Saka on the pitch. You've got Nketiah on the bench, bring him on, put Trossard out wide, and give Saka a good rest. Because that bloke has played so many football games recently, he just needs to stop. So only playing 45 minutes tonight, I think, would be good for him. Especially the fact it does it. Sevilla keep putting these flying tackles, keep fouling him. He will get injured eventually, and that is not what Arsenal need. So they've got to be careful. They've got to be aware of that. And I think Arteta, if he thinks about it properly, should bring him off at half time. Yeah, for me, it makes a lot of sense. But apart from that, they've played really well, executed the game plan brilliantly, had more of the ball, done everything going forward, where Sevilla have done nothing. And we haven't seen Dadra. Dadra hasn't had to make a save. Bit of a nervy moment there for United, and then a bit of a silly foul from a Copenhagen player. But, they've still got 8 minutes of additional time left in that game. Luckily, we only had the one at the Emirates, which was expected. As I said, nothing happened. The ball stayed in play for the majority of the game. No VAR checks, no penalties, no fighting, no delays. Absolutely nothing happened. And a single minute was the correct decision. And it's good, because there's no need for us to sit around 5 minutes and watch Arsenal knock the ball about. Play a minute, get the job done, get in at half time. That's all it needs. But I think it was an alright half. Yeah, Joseph Adams' good half for Arsenal. Yeah, it definitely was. Not missing Odegaard, not at all, really. You wouldn't expect him to. I think, obviously, Jorginho coming in, playing that midfield free with Havertz and Rice. They've looked solid. They've had nothing to do. Honestly, Arsenal have been so relaxed because they can come forward without any worry that they're going to get hit on the counter, without any worry that they're going to concede. They can literally just send it forward and see if they can get a goal without a care in the world that they're going to concede. And unless Sevilla do something, that won't change at half time. And it should, if anything, it'll be easier for Arsenal now they're already one ahead. So it's going to be interesting to see how the second half plays out. Because if you ask me, I'm expecting exactly the same as the first. Be interesting to see here, though, whether Copenhagen can get back in this game against United. Or get back on level terms. This is a bit messy. Was that handball? Oh, that was a blocked shot. Penalty. Copenhagen have got a penalty. Wow. Big call. Huge call. This game's had everything in it. Red card, 30 minutes of additional time. United took the lead, and now the referee has put it to the spot and given a Copenhagen penalty. He's convinced. Bruno Fernandes' shot is whining. Let's have a look. Oh, I don't know. Oh no, that one there. Yeah, I think that's handball. I think the rest got it right. Obviously, VAR will have a look, but this is a big call. So that one there, is it out of it? I tell you what, I think it's harsh. It is really, really harsh. But it'll be interesting where VAR agree with the referee. And, it was Harry Maguire. It hit the arm of Harry Maguire. Yes, been given. VAR have confirmed it. And Copenhagen have got a massive opportunity to level this game. Yeah, and Gary's exactly right. Classic United. Silly red card, and then just capitulate. And now Andre Onana. It's a repeat of the reverse fixture. Onana saved the penalty at Old Trafford to win United the game. And now, in the 8th minute of additional time, can he save another penalty for United? Huge moment this in the game. Copenhagen, 2 goals down. Now an opportunity to make it 2-2 from the spot. Onana, can he do it again? He's got a cart big for United again. Harry Maguire bumbling around with his hands. Hits his arm, definite penalty. Rashford making sure everyone's on the right side of the line. Not quite sure he's taken. But Copenhagen United 2.0. The penalty is scored. And Copenhagen have levelled it up again. Wow, that is classic United.
Feels like I've walked into the perfect moment.
Yeah, incredible. Copenhagen are loving it. They've completely turned this game around. And into the 9th minute of additional time, here's Copenhagen 2, Man United 2.
This is the most Man United thing I've ever seen.
Yeah. And
wow. The Rashford red card has completely changed this game.
And what looked like such a convincing game for United, a game that they've gone to win quite comfortably. Royland at the double. They're now back at square one. Great penalty.
Thanks to a Rashford red card, leaving them down a man. Yeah. And then, Maguire. Did you say, what was he doing? Bumbling around the pucks?
Well, yeah, it was just a complete mess, and the ball
Maguire mess.
Bounced stuff off
Harry Maguire.
Bounced off a Copenhagen player's knee into Maguire's arm.
Nah, I don't believe that's Harry Maguire, mate.
Yeah, no. Diego Goncalves, second goal in the Champions League. And Copenhagen fans are absolutely loving it in the crowd. And they've still got over 3 minutes of additional time left to go.
Yeah, not bad from Copenhagen.
No, not
they can take 3 points from this, or even just a point.
You feel like they're on top. They're absolutely flying.
Yeah.
And why shouldn't they? Why shouldn't they take all the points from this game?
Indeed. Anyway,
they get a third for half
time. Too long until the second half kicks off for Arsenal Sevilla.
No, I watched 7 minutes of additional time.
Yeah. Anything else to touch on? You think from that game, or?
Yeah.
Was there not a lot to talk about?
Sevilla did nothing. I'm expecting exactly the same in the second half. Arsenal to control it, get 1 or 2 goals, and qualify themselves if they can.
Yeah, they'll be hoping to do just that, of course. And Copenhagen trying there to come forward again, but United stifling that attack. Maguire jumping in front of the Copenhagen defender. Alejandro Garnacho presumably subbed on in place of Marcus Rashford. And then Højlund fouled there.
Asked for a yellow, and it worked.
Surprised it wasn't Fernandes.
Yeah. Seems like he's had a good game, though.
Yeah. Gary Rice saying Rashford's on-field disciplinary issues is the one that Ten Hag should be really concerned about, not going out on his birthday a day after the match. Yeah. I don't know really what happened with Rashford. And obviously I don't think that going to a club is massively a problem. I don't know.
It's a weird one. I get it's your birthday, but...
You are a professional footballer, you do have to be held to a higher standard. Yeah. But especially after your team have lost Manchester Derby the day before, it's just a bad look.
Yeah.
But yeah. I was asking, is that a sponsored beverage? Unfortunately not Yellowstone, but if there are any beverages out there that want to sponsor us, even if it tastes horrendous, we're more than happy to pretend to like it.
Nah.
We'll just fill up with a different drink and drink.
Yeah.
But yeah. Anyway, Copenhagen, minute left really of this additional time. And they'll be very happy going into the break level with Manchester United. And Garnacho, they're almost forced into a silly foul, but the Copenhagen player just ran away from him. And they're just, the man advantage, they're making it work so well, Copenhagen. They're just passing it around United. Varane having a hat one clear there as another strong attack from Copenhagen is broken down. And a good delivery. I mean, if they could go in ahead, Copenhagen, what an incredible half this has been.
I mean, yeah. This corner here, 30 seconds to go. There's always a chance. Ten Hag is writing furiously down on a piece of paper. Him and Steve McLaren just look fed up. They look absolutely fed up. I mean, Copenhagen, it's incredible.
Loving it, as you would expect. Delivery for Copenhagen. Ball into the box. Maguire this time using his head to clear it away.
Recycled, though.
They may be too little too late here as added time is looming.
Oh, ref can't call it that.
The ref's decided He's had enough. And at the break, that'll be Copenhagen 2, Manchester United 2. Down to 10 men following the red card for Marcus Rashford. A harsh red card. But it's meant that Copenhagen have got just immediately back into this game. Shocking mentality from United.
Yeah.
Are we surprised? Absolutely
When it's
not.
fair, when a team gets a red card, you have to rally.
Yeah.
And they've done the complete opposite.
Yeah, indeed. They've just not bothered at all.
No.
Shocking, really. Shocking.
Yeah.
But yeah, we've not got long now until the second half of Arsenal versus Sevilla. If chat, you've got anything you want to touch on before we get into kickoff, make sure, or it's into the second half, then please do put that in chat. That guy's saying it's just incredible how much self-inflicted harm United cause themselves. It just never ends with this team. Yeah, it's a bit of a circus, isn't it, Manchester United? It's a bit of a circus. You just can't take your eyes off it. It's so amusing to watch, really. But yeah, be interesting to see how whether United can get their act together before too long, or is Erik Ten Hag in trouble?
I think he is.
I think he's in a bit of trouble.
Yeah.
He's under the cosh now.
Who they got this weekend?
Luton at home.
Oh, they lose that and he's got to go.
You think?
Please.
I looked at it and I believe that Ten Hag has lost more in the start of the season than Mourinho did in the period in which he was sacked.
Yeah.
So Mourinho, I think, lost like 6 in 14 or something like that, and Ten Hag's now lost like 8 in 14.
Yeah.
Or it's something like that. I'm not sure 100 of those numbers, but yeah. Scores across the doors then, of course, in the earlier kickoffs. Napoli beating Berlin drawing at 1-0 with Union Berlin. Sociedad beating Benfica 3-1. Galatasaray Bayern still 0-0. Copenhagen United also level, but there's 2 goals apiece there. Arsenal won up at home to Sevilla, as are PSV against Lens. Real Madrid also won up against Braga, and Salzburg Inter still no goals in that game.
All very close games. All very, very close games.
Incredible evening of Champions League action. Gary asks, but who the hell else are they going to bring in? What kind of reputable manager will want to take that job? Harry, what do you think? Who could come in to replace Erik Ten Hag?
Wow. That's a tough question. Because you're right, who is going to want to take that mess? But it's also got to be someone that's in it for the long run, knowing it's going to take a couple of years to get that team up and running.
Yeah.
They can't come and expect instant success. And that's the problem. Every time I bring in a manager, the fans, the owners, everyone expects instant success. That can't happen. They've got to sometimes look in the mirror and go, we're a little bit shit. And realise that it's not like magic. It's going to take a couple of years to get it right.
Yeah, I think you're spot on there. And but I would say Ruben Amorim would be the guy I go for.
Maybe.
Yellowstone said, could Solskjaer be a possible replacement for Ten Hag? I could not see that happening again. I think a lot of it rests on whether we see Jim Ratcliffe come in and who he brings in. There's rumours he'll bring in Paul Mitchell, is that his name? Former Monaco sporting director, quite a highly rated sporting director.
I put him as a manager.
I think he's no, not a manager, but I think that's his name. Anyway, there's rumours he may well come in.
I'll tell you what, I think...
In which case we could see a coach that he is a fan of.
I think Arteta might listen to me, and I think it's Emil Smith Rowe coming as Zinchenko.
So that's interesting.
He still gets sacked on the pitch.
Anyway, for the moment, just sorting out something with the referee. And
if he's still left sacked on the pitch, that's a terrible decision.
I think it's his... Yeah.
Why?
Well,
why do you keep...
Why take off Takehiro Tomiyasu, though? He didn't have a particularly bad half. Bit of an odd call.
And Paul
Tomiyasu's feeling some sort of knock, which you don't have to imagine he is.
Yeah, I think the whole team. Martin Saka, why are you playing all these players in all these games?
Guy said Wayne Rooney just for shits and giggles. Yeah.
I think that would be the hell.
Can't do worse than what he said.
Funniest year of watching United ever.
Anyway. Sevilla set to get us underway for the second half. Referee blows the whistle and we're underway here for the second 45 at the Emirates. Can Sevilla recover it, or will Arsenal push on and win the game? Well, based off that pass from Sevilla, the long ball forward, you'd have to imagine Arsenal will press on and win. But it's an Arsenal throw here, deep in their own half on the near side. And Zinchenko will look to go down the line.
Sevilla sent the whole bench to warm up by those things.
It actually goes back instead. And Gabriel hacking it into the path of Havertz. Jorginho's decided to... I don't have the words to describe what he's attempted there. He was in the air. His legs were both up in the air, and somehow, for some reason, he's just decided to almost ninja kick it off the field.
Yeah.
Severe in possession though. Grealish. Now it's back with the left back in a difficult half, didn't he? Kike Salas.
Yeah.
No surprise, already playing against Bukayo Saka, one of the most dangerous wingers in all of Europe. Rice. Now White. Options all around for Ben White. Do you think, though, with regard to Saka, Arteta knows that he can be rested in the final 2 group games?
I suppose, yeah.
Who have they got this weekend, Arsenal?
Oh, good
Is
question.
it a game they can rest in?
I think it's a good one because I've put Ben White in my FPL team.
What's he? Bournemouth. But I'm not sure. I'll just have a look.
Brentford got Liverpool.
Yeah.
Because we haven't done predictions yet, we don't know.
No, we have not. Arsenal play Burnley.
Ah, yeah, no.
Could rest Saka? Not sure.
Should.
Doesn't seem to be very keen on ever resting Saka.
Or
Equally,
play him on Saturday and bring him off now.
when does Klopp rest Salah? He doesn't.
Yeah,
He's
Salah
just
hasn't
resilient
had the
enough.
injury history that Saka has.
Saka got that extensive an injury history?
I feel like he's injured every week.
Hmm.
Has Salah ever been injured?
Salah?
I honestly don't remember a time where a Liverpool fan's like, oh, Salah's out for 3 months.
Salah's not strong per se, but he's got that resilience that a winger
Yeah.
needs.
Or people just can't get near him to bring him down.
Yeah. Well, it was that for years because he was just that explosive
Yeah.
player in behind. But yeah. Gary's saying, yes, that was Pep's strategy in past years to get UCL knockout qualification done and dusted so they can rest the last few matches. Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if Arsenal are thinking the same thing. While they know they've got to obviously rest Saka at some point, they want to confirm that they're through and then be able to start to rotate the squad.
Yeah, I mean, you're probably expecting a front three of Smith Rowe and Ketia and Trossard. Really. Or
Nelson.
Vieira. Nelson, yeah.
Kosher Dewberry,
Yeah. Chuck them all in there. Get that Owanieri guy. as
Ethan
well.
Nwaneri.
That one, yeah.
Don't know why I struggle so much to say that name. This man says, Man, you can't keep sacking managers all the time. They need the owners out. I do agree in a way that they can't keep sacking managers, but there's clearly Ten Hag's clearly out of his depth. Saka's breaking here, by the way, so we'll continue our conversation in a moment because if not, we may have to cut it to talk about an Arsenal goal because Saka knocks it across. Havertz takes it down well, should finish, decides instead to gift a young fan with a ball.
Was deflected.
Oh, okay. Thank God for
But I
Havertz.
feel like he's got that run to Martinelli. I think that ball was meant for Martinelli.
Or just score.
Yeah,
Just score.
There's your job.
He's completely unmarked here.
I
He
think
brings
he's
it
got to that run
down.
to Martinelli.
It does come off the player, to be fair. I was going to say, if not, that is genuinely one of the worst shots I've ever seen, but that does take a heavy deflection.
But I think just on the United thing,
one.
I don't like the owners. Also, I get the owners need to go. I don't like the use of it.
But what have the owners done that's wrong?
I know, but also whenever they lose, it's get your yellow and green scarves out, and because someone pointed out, the home game they lost, they all had their yellow and green scarves out.
Don't get me wrong, I know the Glazers haven't been brilliant, but all they need to do is bring in a director of football, and they would be fine. They're investing money. It's not like they're not there's no money going into the sporting side of the club. The reason the transfers have gone wrong is because they had Edward Woodward, who's not qualified for his job, and then Richard Arnold, who also isn't qualified for his job. Neither of them are directors of football.
Yeah.
Why would you have either of them in that position? Where they need to know what they're talking about.
Yeah, but the thing, it's clear as day, United fans. They only use the excuse when they lose.
But also, it's quite clear that the recruitment has been very focused with Eric Ten Hag, and he's got a lot of calls wrong.
Yeah.
A lot of calls wrong, and I don't think he's suited to the task at hand at Manchester United.
Ajax, he built a really good team, and they've won for years.
But also, if you sell a player, you don't go, oh no, who's going to come up? You just go, hang on, let me look in the academy and find out who's next. But yeah.
Bit early for UEFA to calculate the second half possession in 5 minutes.
And also, people will say, oh, Ten Hag didn't get what he wanted. He didn't get his backup centre-halves and the backup DM and stuff.
He did.
And it's like, no, he didn't. He didn't, and that's completely valid. But equally, he spent £70 million on a new striker. He spent £60 million on a new goalkeeper. He spent almost £60 million on an attacking midfielder who he's not really played yet in Mason Mount. Who else has he bought this summer?
He spent
£100 million Anthony a year ago.
I wouldn't spend a penny on him. You could offer me Anthony for free and I wouldn't take him at Chelsea.
So £70 million on an unproven striker who's not scored a Premier League goal yet. So I do think some of the buck has to land, well, a lot of the buck has to land with Ten Hag. Tactically, he's got it all wrong this campaign. And he's damaged squad harmony by publicly criticising Maguire and then ostracising Jadon Sancho. He's an incredible player. You just have to harness that. And he needs belief, not to be attacked almost.
While sticking by players like Bruno Fernandes. It's bizarre.
Well, Bruno's been quite a key performer, to be fair. I know he's not your favourite player.
He's a shit captain.
Yeah, I agree he shouldn't be captain, but I don't think he's a terrible player at all. I think his attitude is not what you'd want from a captain, but he can be a very good player.
The problem is he's not an attitude I want from any player. Because whiny players get away with it because they're like Neymar. He whines so much and it winds me up, but he is bloody brilliant. He was bloody brilliant.
Martinelli once again beating one loop ball in. It's not come to anyone though, and that's going to bounce out somehow.
Challenge
for a
bit
goal
late,
kick.
mate.
This is really good from Gabriel Martinelli though. Zinchenko releases the ball late, but Martinelli still makes it work, and it's this sudden, explosive change of pace that is so popular amongst modern wingers.
I'll be completely honest.
Haven't stopped running there. He thinks Saka's coming onto it. Why not just run and head it in?
Yeah. Or even you run and miss it.
Then you go, where's Saka?
I was a bit sad when Chelsea let Havertz go to Arsenal. I don't really care anymore.
I was worried that Havertz would come good. I was worried that Mount would come good. Don't think
they've got worse. They've got worse. Honestly, I think they've got worse.
I don't know, really. They're clearly both good footballers. That's undoubted.
Look at Nick Jackson now.
Undoubted. But, yeah, how does Kai Havertz recover his career? It's about going back to the Bundesliga where he is comfortable. Does he just need to find a manager that's going to use him as an attacking midfielder? Yeah, I feel Xavi asks too much of his midfielders, though, for Havertz's.
Okay, just belling it around, scoring goals.
Why would Real Madrid spend what is probably going to have to be a 50 million at least on Kai Havertz when at the moment they're trying to get their FFP down to as little as possible so they can buy both Haaland and Mbappe and just win everything?
Yeah, I don't think Kai Havertz fits in that conversation just yet.
He did, though. There was a period of time where Kai Havertz genuinely was in that conversation.
At Leverkusen.
People were comparing him to Messi because at a similar age, he's putting up very similar numbers.
He joined Chelsea and everything went to shit.
Yeah.
But the problem with Kai Havertz is, and like Werner, when it went wrong, he went back to the Bundesliga, found him.
The problem is he played an attacking midfielder and no team he's played for plays an attacking midfielder. No. No real surprise. He's been shoehorned in as a striker at Chelsea. He's been shoehorned in as a middle midfielder here. Don't get me wrong, but clearly he's not been good enough in it anyway. You can look out of position and still play all right.
He made it work at Chelsea. I mean, he won us the Champions League.
Yeah, crucial goal.
Yeah,
in that final.
And he shows he has that about him. He can score goals like that in huge moments.
I don't think it helped for him at Chelsea that there was zero consistency.
No.
Because once he'd settled into what Tuchel was trying to do, suddenly Potter was in the door. Then after that, I mean, that's not bad at all from Kai Havertz. Opening his body up well, a left-footed effort, just whistling past the far post. So maybe we criticise him more, he's about to score. But he adapted to what Tuchel was doing. Potter comes in the door. Didn't ever really adapt to what Potter's doing. Bruno Salter then took a game. Lampard took a couple of games, and then he was sold before Potter even got a chance to see him. So
they walked past each other.
I'd like to know what Arteta was thinking spending £60 million on Havertz. He was thinking, if we get the player that was at Bayer Leverkusen, we're going to sign a brilliant footballer for £60 million, who will be a perfect rotation with Martin Odegaard. Yeah, but Odegaard was an attack midfielder and they've moulded him into this more roaming Mezzala.
I can see why they've tried to put Havertz up front in different positions because he doesn't have anything about, doesn't have any of the physical qualities of an attack midfielder.
Yeah.
He's tall, he's pretty strong.
Just thinking of the discount from Chelsea, yeah. I think the potential upside, I guess, outweighs the problem because he's still a player that they could recoup a decent amount of that 60 million from. But it's going to be a bit of a weird one to move Havertz, and I think they'll have to hope for, if they ever, I don't think they will sell him. I think Arteta will try and get the most out of him. But if they were to try and move him on, they're going to have to hope he wants to go to Saudi.
Yeah.
Or Bayern have lost all sense. Or just go, it doesn't really matter, we have to go to score, aren't they?
I think he'd cut it up, though. Tear it up.
Yeah, probably. You'd have a lot more time and space.
Yeah,
but also,
okay,
it's a much more transitional league than the Bundesliga, and I think that benefited him.
Yeah.
The pace was quicker, it was faster.
He's still in 25?
Yeah, I think so. 25, 26, it's got to be something around that. But if you look at Timo Werner, it's the same sort of thing. He's a brilliant transitional player.
Difference is
Timo Werner in a Liverpool system would have been one of the best strikers in the Premier League.
Timo
I'm convinced of that.
Realised early he had to go back to the Bundesliga to recover his career, whereas Havertz tried to make it work in England.
Yeah. And do you know another fact? I think if you look at Darwin Núñez now, I think the team that actually would suit him best is Chelsea. No word of a lie. He plays brilliantly on the last man.
I don't want to think about that.
Well, I think I really rate Darwin Núñez quite highly. I think he's one of the strongest finishers in the Premier League.
I just can't watch.
I think his composure in front of goal isn't sensational, but it was at Benfica, and I think he's just not dealt well to the adjustment of the Premier League.
His composure in front of goal is not.
He doesn't suit Klopp's system.
He has no composure.
Yeah. Just thinking, I've done the same mistake in FM, yeah. And Gary's saying the FM manager is fourth in Ligue 1 at the moment with Reims. Yeah, we spoke about that when we were speaking about Nice a few weeks ago. He's done very well still, yeah. Fair play to him. A little disingenuous to refer to him as the FM manager, but yeah, clearly a very good manager Will Still, and his Reims side have done well this season.
Yeah.
Benefit from the fact that teams like Marseille and especially Lyon, repping them this evening for anyone that can't say, especially Lyon, not doing too well.
No.
At the moment, Lyon could be a League 2 side if they keep up their current record. Also, Real Madrid 2, Braga 0. Vinicius Junior has had that second goal then. The Lucas Vazquez assist. Playing right back today, Vazquez.
Yeah. He's kind of become their backup. That's a good ball in. A bit too handsy there from Zinchenko.
Bit too handsy?
Yeah.
That's not how I would describe.
What? He was.
Well, people say a bit too handsy when they're talking about, like, Jimmy Savile.
No. He just had his hands all over him.
That's not fair.
Well, you know what I mean. It's in a football context.
Alright.
We should have got over half an hour of game.
No idea. Bit too handsy. Anyway, as Chelsea fan says, Real 2-0. Gary asks, what is that top Harry's wearing? A Spanish team. It is indeed. RCD Mallorca. I've also got one. Good club.
Yeah, they are a good club. Good team.
There we go.
They are a terrible
Yeah, we went and watched them in April. Both picked up shirts, but
they've been horrific.
They have been really poor to start this campaign, so probably our fault.
But they need to get a grip.
But yeah. Covers of securing the logo. Yeah, maybe we need to start moving the glasses so we can get the badge in. It's not Stone Island, is it?
Get a badge.
Ben White.
That's just
the day that you turn up in a Stone Island jumper is then that is the day we know.
I never will.
This show is either peaked or completely fallen off.
I'm doing it because we've hit 200k and it's a dare.
Ben White.
Or
Saka.
Say the word dare. It's fine.
It's the thing. You don't really tend to play truth or dare anymore, do you? Oh. Anyway, good place for holes. Cheap flights from Ryanair. Indeed, you've got to love Ryanair flights. Lovely little prices there. Brecon Rice bursting into space here now. Leandro Trossard. Yeah, went there in April. Went and saw our family. Nice to see them. And yeah, Zinchenko. Trossard. Now Martinelli. Options in the centre. Here's Rice. Trossard! And that is a Havertz-esque effort.
This could be 5-0 if Arsenal could shoot.
Yeah. It genuinely could, yeah. Ryanair should sponsor them and they could build a new English fan base. Ibiza would do well too, yeah. I think... Ibiza are a second tier though, aren't they?
Catch me in Ibiza.
Wayne Lineker.
No. God.
No?
Him and Peter Crouch.
That was such a weird clip at Crouch Fest, which I don't know how that's a thing, by the way.
No, what is Crouch Fest? I'm fed up these ex-footballers just getting bored.
I thought you've actually starting festivals. I don't think any others have.
No, but I'm
There's not the
fed
Genus
up.
Jam. If there was, I would go.
Yeah, I'm just fed up of ex-footballers just creating random stuff because they're bored of their lives.
The Genus Jam in Jerusalem. That was...
Realistically, as a professional footballer, you're done by the age of 40.
Yeah.
You still then realistically have 10, 20 years where you can still
So
do
unless you
something.
become a co-commentator or media personality
Exactly. Then, like,
or coach, what are the other options? Do something completely weird. I don't mind Crouch. I think Crouch doing a podcast is quite interesting. But that's media personality, isn't it?
Not Crouch Fest. What is Crouch Fest? What is it? What is the point in it?
I don't know. I don't really see anything about it. I just saw that clip.
Stick
How
to
they've
the
just
podcast.
fallen over. Yeah. What do you think ex-footballers should do then? Any suggestions? Bricklayer?
Well, no, they've finished their
Builder?
Their
Plumber?
career's done. They've got to accept their career.
Sorry, I would not want to retire at the age of 40. People say that I hate my job. You would not want to do nothing. It'd be so difficult. Also, especially for footballers who are used to a regimented, you have to be in at training on this at this certain time, and then you've got to go to the media, you've got to do this. Your life is so controlled. It's almost like being in the army. To go from that to do nothing,
Travel the world.
you know, they'd hate that because they love they're so used to just this schedule, this tight schedule.
She's right.
Crouch Fest, where everyone does the robot. Yeah, that's the only dance permitted. If you do anything else, you immediately just get wigged.
But there's loads of ex-footballers you don't hear about doing anything in their lives just because they've relaxed, they've settled down. Start a family.
Most
You
footballers
can
are
tell
still
what Joe
involved.
Shelby's doing right now.
He's still active.
Is he? Who's he playing for?
He was at Forest. He's now at, I think it's in the Championship. I
Why
want
is
to
he
say
still
someone like
active?
Cardiff.
Why is he still active, Alex?
John Joe
why-
Shelby. Oh no, he's in Turkey. He's on loan at Kayseri Rizespor.
Why? Just, what is the point of him doing that? His family had to move out there.
He's up 7 appearances and they might not have.
It's just, yeah, settle down, get a family home. Have a
It's
family.
like, for some reason, this has popped up in his Wikipedia.
Yeah.
Comedian Jimmy Carr performed at his marriage.
He also fell down some stairs as a baby. Fun fact that Johnny...
Which causes alopecia. Which he believed causes alopecia.
Does it?
Yeah, and that's why he's bum bald, because while he was prescribed cream and stuff in order to try and fight it, he just decided to be bald instead.
I never knew that.
I never knew he had alopecia, no, either.
No, I just thought he
I
was...
guess that explains why he was bald even
Yeah. Oh,
while
Sa-
coming through at Liverpool 10 years ago. Goal for Arsenal, goal for Saka, 2-0 Arsenal. We weren't paying much attention, but Arsenal scored. We're 2 minutes talking about John J. Shelby. Brilliant. But yeah.
That'll look good in the short.
Taylor.
That's right, John Doe Shelby's alopecia. Now Bukayo Saka has to come off.
I think that's what he's doing. That's what he's doing there. Arteta. But yeah, this is so quick. Martinelli picked up the ball. Saka was in acres. He just slots him through. He is onside.
Yeah.
And it's not a bad finish from Bukayo Saka. Takes the touch, opening up his body. Lovely cutback. And on the weak foot, tucking it past Dimitric.
Defenders. Oh, he's out with a goal.
Yeah.
Wow.
Tough day for Pedrosa.
Oh, he's gone. He's actually in Dimitri.
Does Bunu save that?
No.
Where is Bunu? Is he injured? Or did he... No, he went Qatar, didn't he? Not Qatar, Saudi Arabia.
Yeah. Joke. Yeah, yes. Good goal. Good goal. Arteta's happy. Arsenal happy. They look like they have 1 foot in the knockouts. It's the knockout. And Saka adds another Champions League goal to his repertoire. On his even Rakitic for Digital side.
Also, yeah,
Why now?
I don't know
Why
why
now?
Rakitic didn't start, really,
No.
if I'm honest. And that looks like, is that Nianzu, I want to say? No, Boubacar Samari, sorry, on for
Yeah.
Wine Jordan.
Why didn't he start?
No idea.
Bizarre. These are results still looks respectable.
Yeah. So now it looks like a bit more of a midfield 3, as Fernando, Rakitic and Samari all able to rotate around quite well. And, yeah. Rice. Well, Samare's accidentally gone flying in on Rice, and I think he's lucky to have escaped without a red.
No, we'll have a look.
I think it's a slip, which is why it's not been given a red, but that looked like 2 feet to me. Gonna have to see a replay here.
Gander. Oh, it'll be fine.
Yeah, he's alright, sorry. I
Each
didn't catch him with both.
No.
And it wasn't like both went studs up.
Well, I'm sure that's what the manager asked him to do. Go on there, mate, and with the first 30 seconds on the pitch, get a yellow card.
Pick up another one in a minute.
Yeah. Get sent off. Early bar.
Quickest red card in history. Zinchenko. No, Zinchenko, Martinelli. Don't know how to mix those two up. And now it's Zinchenko, though, as he throws it back to him. Space in the middle to drive into. And Alexander Zinchenko's going to drive into it. Brilliant from Zinchenko there to spot the space. Havertz now. Actually, Havertz' movements which drew that space out. Ben White, ball in. Kai Havertz doesn't jump for it. Alexander Zinchenko. Ooh. It's a good block. Martinelli tries to get around the ball but can't. Now Zinchenko again.
He caught that nicely.
Gabriel. And it's with White. Sorry, Saliba. Now Arsenal can move it around and look to create something from it. Saka. White on the overlap. Won't use him though. Gives it to Jorginho on the edge. Jorginho shifts it out wide. Here is Havertz. The attack has broken down. No, it hasn't. It's still going. What a miracle. Saliba. Havertz has got so many stray starts. I'm sorry, Kai, if you're watching. Now it's with Jorginho. Gabriel tries to lift out wide, but Stamare is injured.
Wow.
So he has been on 2 minutes, picked up a yellow card, and is now injured. If this is the end of his evening, this has been the most pointless substitution in history.
He's actually got to come off.
Gone on, picked up a fine, and gone off again.
He has travelled all the way to London to be fined and to be injured. And to get a grand total of 120 seconds.
Potentially explains why he didn't start tonight. He knew he had some sort of injury problem, but baffling is why they tried someone there. Maybe he picked it up when he accidentally tackled Rice.
Yeah. He's actually had to come off on it. He's played 120 seconds of football.
So we're going to see back. So was it this? Probably. Yeah, his foot does get. It looks like he does potentially hurt his ankle in that look.
No, it shouldn't have been an idiot.
Oh, no, his foot gets stamps on.
And is he coming up?
He is going to hobble off. Whether that is just a temporary sidelining or a more permanent one, we'll find out in the next few moments.
Looks fuming.
What a waste. Manager just doesn't look
good. I think he's lucky to be here, so...
Yeah. Manager's not full of life, is he?
He doesn't give me anything. I'd look over to him. Like, he's not even a manager like Idaval, who would just make you feel scared. He won't make you feel anything. You'll look at him and go,
yeah.
how did...
Even Ange doesn't need to be things. He's got that personality, hasn't he? And he's got
an
aura.
Yeah, aura, sort of. Like, there are certain people in your life which have auras. Like, you walk into a room, you should know what they're feeling.
Yeah. But he's also got... There's a confidence there. Like, this guy just looks like a bloke.
Yeah.
He looks like a bloke. Like, if he walked past me in the financial district in London, I wouldn't notice. I just go, there's a bloke.
Also, if I watch another Sevilla game, there's another geezer, another white guy geezer with a beard, I'm going to go, that's him.
Okay.
I couldn't tell you the difference. 29
this appearance isn't compelling enough.
Well, yeah.
So what do you suggest he does?
He's got nothing unique.
Turns up next time he's got like a mohawk, rainbow mohawk, and a fully tattooed face.
Unique.
That's what I want to see. I want to see a manager who has a mohawk.
Why don't you rock out in some Christmas?
Fully tattooed body.
Rock out in some Christmas pajamas. Well, just anything.
You might get mocked for that.
Well, rock out in something casual.
Yeah.
Rather than this weird, like, Western coat he's got on.
What's it Western?
You not seen the belt he's got on around the back?
No, that's quite unique.
You got buttons he's got on it. I counted 7.
Half of them aren't usable.
Just
athletic buttons.
He's just button man.
What a waste of buttons. And if helped by applying him, so he really pushed the panic button. Saka.
They need to find the button that they can press to unlock. the
Rakitic.
full potential.
That could have been good if you didn't forget what you were going to say halfway through.
I mean, Sevilla need to button it here, not going to get a yellow.
Right. So 20 minutes left of this game.
Not because they're not players, they're actually coaches.
It might not be, who knows.
They're all just P.
Peace.
They're all just blokes called P.
Maybe they think if we put loads of P's
That's
on one league, the player's already off the field.
Yeah, it's a yellow.
It's a yellow card for one league.
What's the manager's argument here? Because he's just one who's just absolutely clobbed.
It's the argument that it's already off the field, so it doesn't matter.
It's absolutely
He goes flying down the touchline. The manager tries to save him, then just goes, I'm not going to.
Yeah.
Then he goes, oh, maybe I'll push it.
Yeah. Well, his belt flies in the wind behind him.
Do you know how belts work? They're like tail.
No, it's like one of those like straps.
Tag rugby.
Like on a dressing ground. Oh, Samari's down again. It's actually going off.
What a waste of his time. What a waste of everyone else's time. It's just adding more minutes to what isn't the most exciting. That's Nianzu.
Get off the pitch.
Coming onto the field. Now, Oliver Torres has got to be sat there thinking, why am I not getting involved here?
Probably doesn't want to. He's probably quite nice and wall. Doesn't have to play 15 minutes of football. He's
Spear done nothing at goal. Yeah, they've offered no sort of attacking output. They've offered no
I've had more
attacking impetus. Yeah. There's no threat, and that's Mariano Diaz. So, potentially, he could change the game.
Maybe he is the GOAT.
Maybe. Maybe that's right.
He does look like he's got horns on his head.
What's wrong with that? What's wrong with that?
Nothing wrong with it, I'm just saying, so it looks like.
Yeah.
Especially the fact one's like brown or orange. What colour is that?
He's got a highlighted streak in his hair for anybody that isn't seeing it right now.
It's not a highlight streak, it's like a
One. So he's got.
It's a lighter brown.
What are they called? Cornrows, I want to say.
Don't know.
I think they are.
I think they go.
I'm not really familiar with different names of haircuts.
I know what my walk is. That's about it. And I know what a bowl is as well. There we go. They're my two haircuts. Not mine. I've never had my
You
walk.
just get those. Yeah, it's cornrows.
Oh,
I think
we've only got two.
He's got two cornrows.
Oh, hang on. How have I not scored? I looked up and there was an open goal. I need to see a replay. I looked up right on the floor. And then there's
every time that something good happens, we've just been distracted by the hair or lack of
it. I need to see a replay.
Right.
There. Never mind.
Oh, White almost kept that in play then. He couldn't be bothered.
Can we see a replay? No.
Patrice.
I'm back in the grand scheme of things. Here we go.
So Diaz. No one's caused Saliba any issues this season, but Mariano Diaz, it's a little nudge in the back, smart that. And I mean, if he didn't just forget how to play football, he's had a shot.
Yeah. Test the keeper.
Yeah.
Martin, he's taking me.
Zinchenko. What's he doing? Take the mick.
He's just knocking him.
Bantering. Here's Rice. Turns out, and there's space to drive into. Options all around. Declan Rice thought he might go alone, but he now tries to shift it out to Gabriel Martinelli. Martinelli turns back, looking for players in support. Alexander Zinchenko, is a delivery on the cards? No, goes back out wide. Martinelli now. And it's with Zinchenko. So I have to say it's with 35. Don't know what's happening tonight.
Neither. It's been a long day.
I was going to say. It's been a long time. Not long day. Not the most exciting stream ever. Not the most exciting game, I should say. But yeah.
Thanks to everyone else turned up.
Yeah. Declan Rice seems to have been given the freedom to go on these marauding runs. Yeah, he doesn't seem to play at the base of the three anymore, which is weird because they've not got. I guess Jorginho's the base, isn't he? And it's an interesting conversion of a defensive midfielder into a box to box, but he plays the wrong way.
I don't think I need to worry about.
So that will change now. Lucas Ocampos coming on, and I believe that is Tanguy Nianzu. So off comes I genuinely that's Adria Pedrosa. I genuinely don't know who that guy is, but he's off.
Also, he's playing left wing. I think Nyanzi's on the left.
Did Sumare come off? By the way, Campbell's off for Kike Salas.
I think
They've gone for this, haven't they? For 15 minutes still. They've taken off their wing fullbacks and put on wingers.
Well, I took off a wing and I put on centre half. Because I bought on Nyanzi for Pedraza.
Oh, right, yeah. That does make sense in a way.
Where's Nyanzi's? Yeah.
Well, Gadelge could go.
Is that front?
No, Nyanzi's playing left back.
Oh, yeah, he should drop back in.
Because then they took off Kike Salas.
Are they gone to a 3
It's a 3 back. And then wing backs of one Lou stayed on the field and some other one. Some other guy. Here's Lucas Ocampos. Can he make something happen? No, is the short answer.
If anything made
definitely not. It's the long one.
negative happen.
Havertz. Now Martinelli wants to run at Bardet here. And he's feigned injury there as Ocampos swings one at him. And similar to Sumare, he's been booked with an instance of coming onto the field.
See him as just pulling his hair out. I mean, it did a lot. Oh, my, get that. He catches the top of his foot. He doesn't need to go down like, get a grip of yourself, mate. I don't get how you could live yourself acting like that.
Okay, you could live with yourself.
That's just childish.
Just don't get how you could live with yourself.
No. I couldn't take myself seriously if I woke up the next morning and saw clips of that all online.
What? Alright. Based on his reaction, you'd think he'd been shot in the foot.
Yeah, exactly.
The act of diving's always been a thing in football.
Oh, that was something else. That could go in Hollywood as a movie scene.
Yeah?
Yeah.
What movie?
Well, when someone gets shot in the foot.
What a film! Zinchenko bowling. It's
got a film when someone gets shot in the foot.
Oh, yeah.
You can go in that.
Dimitric on the ball.
Still got 13 minutes left. I do sometimes wonder, should there be a thing where it's like, if the opposition's moving off 2-0, feel like it's 5-0 up in the 80th minute, so just call it quits.
No.
Equally, if Arsenal were scoring for fun, this would be fine, but I can't just go sit and watch 12 minutes of football. Jorginho's played well tonight. And Nyanzi's now to get a book. He's going to run away if he can. Don't blame him. Let's go word with Rakitic, the captain, to tell his team to calm down.
Now David Raya. Now she's going to allow Ben White to take this free kick. I don't know why Raya decided to run up the back of the pitch. Because the free kick is in the opposition half. Saka. Havertz. Saka.
Arsenal just cruising.
Arsenal throwing it on the far side, and Saka takes his time to appreciate applause from his home support. And now it's White.
Yeah, they're out in the numbers tonight.
He's also not too keen to get play restarted. Gadelge wins the header, Rakitic back, Nianzou up in the air. And now fighting for the ball are Sevilla. That's actually really good. Don't quite know who that is. Sevilla made a lot of subs. Number 12. Ball over the top though for Arsenal, so they've lost out here. Sevilla. Saka fights off Nianzou. Here is Leandro Trossard, but that's come to nothing. And now here come Sevilla. And Naziri trying to run on the last man, hasn't exactly come off. Rakitic switching the play. Ocampos is in here. No, he's not. He ain't got the pace to get to that one. And even so, he was too wide.
There comes two changes for Arsenal. Fabio Vieira and Reece Nelson.
And by the way, a penalty for Manchester United.
No, that's a shame. It was scored.
We don't know yet. Bayern 1-0 up against Galatasaray. It took them 82 minutes to find a breakthrough, but finally they have done so.
Trossard going to leave the field first. Him getting his first shot to goal.
Harry Kane.
And I'm guessing
we could switch over quickly to see if United score.
Yeah, I'm guessing it'll be Bukayo Saka for Giza, Reece Nelson. Have a look.
So, Bruno Fernandes over this. 22 minutes to go. If he scores, United right back in it.
Back ahead. Copenhagen not going to make it easy.
You wouldn't expect him to make a mistake from 12 yards. And the Copenhagen fans behind the goal waving their arms. Can they distract Bruno or will he bury it for United?
Let's find out. Ref again, make sure everyone's in the line.
Goalkeeper with a chance to be a hero here, really.
He's got a mask on.
Either that or he doesn't have a head. Oh no, he does. I don't know. I can't see if he's got a mask or not. Can't tell.
I think he has.
Bruno! Good pen.
Yeah.
Very good pen. He has got a mask on.
Yeah.
Manchester United 2. Well, sorry, Copenhagen 2. Manchester United 3. Good job.
Bruno gets him out of trouble again.
Indeed. From the spots. Now Arsenal, back to Arsenal Sevilla for the last 15
Again,
last.
I don't know why Saka's still on, but I think he's been brought off.
Now Saka's down with injury.
It is exactly what you say every single time. I say it every time. Why does Arteta refuse to bring him off?
They were 2-0 up, so it's not even like they needed him at that point.
No.
Could they not have just given him a rest?
It is
Could they not have just
ridiculous.
rested? Silly.
And now he's injured again.
And he could be out for some big games coming up.
I mean, he's walking again. Hopefully it's not too bad. But bring him off. Bring him off, Mikel. Like, I'm not an Arsenal fan, but for the sake of this bloke's life.
Arsenal got the biggest game of their season on the 5th of December against Luton Town away. They're going to need something. But yeah.
And if he doesn't bring him off now, he's an idiot. He's brain dead. If he doesn't bring him off now, Miguel Arteta's brain dead.
Right.
He is. There's no way he looks at this and goes, yeah, let's risk him. He'd be a fool. He's actually waved him back on.
Barde, Fernando, Guedes.
Look at him. He can't run.
Ball forward from Rakitic. Zinchenko. Campos. Now Rakitic. Ball forward, and that is going to roll through the right.
Now right, hold this ball as long as possible. And get whoever it is warmed up and ready to go.
Yeah.
Just bizarre. It's bizarre. What every single game he just refuses to.
Right with the ball in his hands now. And Arsenal are going to look to go long here. And a goal, finally a breakthrough in Austria. Salzburg 0, Inter 1, 86-minute penalty for Lautaro Martinez. A lot of penalties tonight.
Yeah.
And, a crucial goal potentially for Inter Milan.
Well, they were speeding through that game because we're in the 83rd and we only had 1 minute of additional time.
Cut to the crowd and Martin Odegaard up there with what I could guess is his father. Or maybe just a man.
Yeah, could just be a geezer.
Some random bloke.
Saka's down. I don't believe it. He's easy. They wave him back on. And then he's got to sit down again. Now he's actually going to come off. And Arsenal fans have got to make sure he's alright.
Yeah, I know he's never a penalty, by the way.
I haven't seen it.
That's the still.
Let's have a look. Oh dear. Oh dear.
Thing is, I think it's very similar to the Maguire one.
Yeah, it is.
So that's the thing. I don't think either of them are.
Also, I think Saka's been booked for trying to walk.
At least it's consistent though, but it's a silly interpretation of what a penalty is.
Saka's been booked for trying to walk off the pitch to get to the bench and down the tunnel because he's injured, and the ref is going to make him walk around the whole stadium.
Yeah.
No, this poor bloke. That's what we think. He just keeps getting these little knocks every now and again. And as soon as he's ready to go again, Arteta chucks him back in for 90 minutes. And Jakub Kiwior's going to come on for him.
Bit of an odd substitution. You've got a young Cozier Dewberry. You've got a young Nelson is on the field, to be fair. But there's options you could have brought on, and instead we're now going to watch.
Zinchenko play right wing for a bit.
Yeah, midfield potentially, and move Havertz forward and Trossard out wide. No idea why that reshuffle has been deemed necessary. Is that Fabio Vieira as well? I think we missed some subs.
Yeah, Vieira came on for Trossard, and then Martinelli came off for Nelson. We switched it over when the second one happened.
2-0 to Bayern Munich, by the way. And it's a second for Harry Kane. 2 in the last 7 minutes for Kane. Very good evening for him.
Yeah.
Well, it looked like Bayern may well drop points to actually a very, very successful evening. That should put them through, I believe. And that would be our first team progressing into the knockouts. Yeah, they'd be 8 points ahead of Galatasaray in third.
That vintage Bayern.
So that wasn't English. United's win tonight, by the way, putting them on 6 points now from 4 matches, so that's
under pressure.
Very good.
They are under pressure.
Copenhagen won, they would generally be bottom.
If Copenhagen get a goal, they're ahead by Galatasaray.
But they've still got to play Bayern and Galatasaray United. If they lose next week to Galatasaray, they're in genuine trouble.
They are.
So they'd be sat in third, having to beat Bayern and hope that Copenhagen get a result against Galatasaray.
Yeah. Still 4 minutes of this game, plus how many are going on. And poor Saka's only just made it round to the corner of the dugout side. You'd think the referee would not have made him walk around the stadium.
What, let him walk across it? Well, that would make no sense.
He's injured, though.
For the game. Yeah, but Arsenal shouldn't have made him walk around.
They shouldn't have made play. Somehow at half time, it'd feel so refreshed going into Burnley.
That is the game you need to feel refreshed.
But now he's got to spend the rest of the week managing himself, recovering, just so he can play.
Didn't look too serious.
I know, but
a slight knot.
He's just hobbled his way.
They could rotate him for Burnley.
They should. They really should.
Yes, and says good for him being the star in Bundesliga. Yeah, it's nice to see Kane getting the limelight, but yeah. And Bayern, should win that league. Be nice to see someone else win it. Bayern Leverkusen, of course, very, very good. Arguably the most interesting team in Europe.
If they don't win the league,
in the world.
His chance for silverware is the Champions League.
Which, it's not unfathomable that Bayern could win that. From what I saw in the Dortmund game, Bayern are a very decent team. Can they compete with City over one match?
Got to get a good draw.
Possibly.
Just got to get a good draw. And on one night,
avoid City.
Right.
And Naziri can't beat Gabriel in the air.
I hope Real can pull off something.
Yeah. Here is Vieira. Rice. Jorginho. White. I just realised that if White and Rice link up, you've got White Rice.
Yeah.
Ball forward from Sevilla. That'll go out for an Arsenal goal kick. And Raya in no rush to get this back playing again.
Imagine having Scott Brown and Rice in a pivot.
Brown Rice.
Yeah, Brown Rice.
And Mr. Bean.
Brown Bean Rice.
Or rice and cake.
Oozing cake. What was
No,
called?
just cake. Rice and cake.
Who's cake? Oh,
James Cake. Then you have rice cake. Or Crispies.
Yeah.
Crispy, what a player.
Oh yeah, to be fair, Chrissy's a class.
There is a good player called Crispy. Crispies, though, I'm not too sure. Maybe there's two Crispy.
Yeah, put both on the pitch, you then you got Crispies.
Yeah.
Elneny's coming on. You know Arsenal taking the piss and they bring on Mohamed Elneny.
Genuinely, yeah. Does that Declan Rice coming off? So they'll protect Rice.
I don't know why Ted's probably giving him instructions. Got 20 seconds. Jorginho.
So still not Rice. What is he thinking?
I don't know. Why are you resting
The
Jorginho?
game's done with a minute to go. Bring off some of your star players and let them come and get rest. Don't take off Jorginho and put an Elneny.
It's a standing ovation for the crowd. They've changed their tune. No,
Harry Kane made the best move going to Bayern. I agree. Guys says we have to win the Champions League to make it worth it, especially especially if Spurs win the league.
Tottenham will not win.
I disagree, Gary.
Tottenham will not.
One, I don't think Tottenham are going to win the league. Two, I still think that claiming the Bundesliga title, potentially winning a domestic treble as well, and winning the Golden Boot, I think that's a good trade.
I think he'll just take a trophy.
And he could get a good 4 years in at Bayern, so there's more than enough time to win a few titles. But yeah, 1-Lou. Campos. Throwing now for Arsenal is Jakub Kiwior. And Sevilla have not had a shot in the game. 11 attempts for Arsenal, none for Sevilla. And 3 shots on target, of course, none again for Sevilla. They've not even shot. What is this game? They've done nothing. They've genuinely sat there and done nothing. They've played from a draw from the off.
I don't understand it.
And they've done nothing.
It is the most dull foot we could ever play.
We hope to get a point, but it feels very much like Sevilla went into this game knowing they were going to lose and just wanted to limit the damage, really.
Yeah.
It's just, I mean, fair enough, but yeah.
That's a great pass from Aaron. He is a tragic footballer.
He's not.
He's not a great footballer.
He's just not Premier League quality. At least he's not Arsenal Premier League quality. Especially not now.
So why does Jorginho think he's Ronaldo? Being subbed off, but sitting in a technical area. Also, he's not allowed to do that because he's got his shirt on. He's put a bib on, or put a jacket on.
Pedantic. Because we don't know, see you tomorrow, my friends. Yeah, see you, Chelsea fan. Thanks for hopping in. Good to see a few people here tonight. Havertz into the box, and it's well recovered by Loic Bardet. And well, Galatasaray got a goal back through Cedric Bakambu, but I think that's going to be very much too little, too late.
About him.
Yeah. Cedric Bakambu not someone that's regularly coming to your mind?
No.
That's shocking, really.
Extra from, right?
Because I think about him every day. No.
No.
Who are you thinking of? Sado Berahino?
Maybe. Speaking of, where's he at?
He went China Fortune and disappeared, I think. Or somewhere like that. China Fortune, Shanghai Saping, something like that. Was Jiangsu Suning, maybe? So, good stream, good night. Thank you, Yellowstone. The people are peeling out of the stream.
So, wait.
So, yeah.
I'm peeling out the walls.
Bye, everyone. Also, if anyone's got any suggestions as to how we can try and get more viewers in these, then please do leave some, because this season's not been great, to be honest. I mean, a record low, I think, for a TFC stream tonight.
Yeah, the worst ever.
Yeah, which is shocking. Which, you know, I don't really know why. So if anyone's got any suggestions there, please do get involved. And, yeah, feel free to suggest stuff. Anyway, we've got 3 minutes left here. Hopefully Sevilla don't make it too painful. You never know, they might get a goal back.
They might. They might. No.
Ball in. And it's headed away. And then Vieira clears it. And there's going to be 2 more minutes of additional time. Oh, well, obviously a lot of additional time, but apparently the throws were taken too quickly there for Zinchenko's liking.
They're checking something.
Oh, potential penalty for Sevilla. Let's make the last few minutes interesting. Guy for a 5-minute check for nothing.
Don't want to check them, so look. Let's have a gander.
No communication here as to what is going on. Referee just walking around at the moment. Lons with the red card, by the way. Not a great evening for them. And Copenhagen are level. Copenhagen 3, Manchester United 3.
Handball on Vieira.
Was a handball. Whether it's in the box, I think it's a bigger question. Lucas Larrega. Sevilla doing the VAR symbol. I think that's attracted the attention of the VAR officials. They're not bothered, though.
That's hilarious. United are crap. They're absolute crap. Well, a minute to go. And then we are done for this evening. And then we're back with Europa League tomorrow.
Yeah. A little bit earlier tomorrow. It's a 5:45 kickoff. So make sure to join us there.
So go set your notification now.
Now, of course, we are live this weekend on Sunday. Chelsea versus Manchester City.
Yep. Yes, we are. 30 seconds, Ryan's going to send this free kick long. And that'll probably round up the game. Bang. Who's going the header? I can't believe Sevilla have done absolutely. I mean, the Emirates empty.
I just sat there and let this game die.
Yeah.
Tomiyasu carries it well. And now here's Reece Nelson, and he manages to get around like Vardy and draw the free kick. I don't know why the refs just not asked.
Better players whistle anyway.
Rakitic.
How many shots have Sevilla had tonight? I've got none.
We've said that. Are you not paying attention?
Not a single one.
No. I said that. I was surprised why you didn't react. I guess you were just in a different room.
I don't know. I honestly don't. There you go.
Hand
They had a shot.
No TS.
What are they in the game?
Came up at the bottom, attempt 0.
Oh, honestly, I'm on a different planet.
Moved it well out of his feet. Unsurprisingly, it was Nenny who's not got touch tight with him and allowed him to have a shot on target. Right with his first save of the evening.
Oh, ref, come on, spray with something.
And there we go. That is the game. Arsenal a comfortable victory at home in Europe. A 2-0 win over a very, very lacklustre Sevilla side. Hopefully tomorrow's game is a lot better. That's everything though for today. Thank you guys very, very much for watching, and we will see you next time.